Two, one.
Legion of Creators.
Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
Okay, and perfect. All right. Well, let's get back to regular. Well, welcome, guys. We are here for Legion's episode 24. So we got a lot of good topics today. Today we'll mix it up a little bit. We've been talking so much about DC in the last couple of weeks. Today we'll be talking a lot about Marvel, but we might have some DC things later in the show as well. But we got a pretty good guest, a pretty good group today. So I'm joined today by Luke Dinger the Winger, like as usual. My sister will be here later. McKenna will be here later after she gets done with Fantastic Four. I think Spike's coming and a few other people. So yeah, when we get them, we'll introduce them. So that's gonna be pretty cool. Oh nice. I got someone. Oh, member for 5 months. Dojo. Hello everyone. You know the picture looks just like you. Oh, thanks, Melissa. Oh, thanks, Superman fan. I'm glad you liked the intro. Luke made it.
Yeah, so I took a picture
yeah.
of Joe and actually made like a cartoon AI version of him and threw it in there.
Yeah. I really liked how you did yeah, that's me on the thumbnail. I love the intro. Yeah, we're just gonna have a pretty good show, Melissa. It's gonna be just stay tuned. It's gonna be pretty cool. So yeah, so Luke, how has your week been so far?
It's been good. You know, I haven't consumed enough superhero content.
That's what. Yeah, I still gotta watch Eyes of Wakanda. I know that came out. So
yeah. I've been listening to a little bit of My Marvelous Year. It's a podcast about, if you're not familiar, they go through Marvel comics like year by year. Got a little bit back into that this week. Been watching Superman animated series. It's a great throwback. Been just Superman heavy ever since the movie came out. So gotta get that.
Well, that's good. How many episodes of that have you been getting into?
I'm only like 5 or 6 episodes. No, I might be a little bit further along. I might be like 8 or 9 to be honest. Yeah, I'm almost on season 1.
We're gonna have a full team today, Melissa. Unfortunately, we're gonna have a whole group of different people today. We're gonna be pretty booked up. We have a whole new team and a whole new setup, and it's gonna be a new era. It's gonna be pretty cool. But I'll definitely chat with you later tonight, Melissa, for sure, because I know that you are doing your thing with Tyrell and stuff for your podcast phone call. So that's cool. Yeah, so I just finished all 10 episodes of Kite Man.
Oh yeah.
Glad you like it, Underground. Yeah, I love that show. I hope they make a second season. But I also noticed when I was watching Peacemaker, we're gonna be full today, Dog Lover. We got a full team. We're trying to do this more professional and different. So we got a very specific team. And so I was gonna say, so yeah, Kite Man, hell yeah. I also was watching, I think it was Peacemaker episode, it was either 5 or 6. I noticed that they actually already confirmed that Peacemaker already kind of has Kite Man as one of his adversaries in this universe. And it'll be interesting to see if James Gunn says that that's true still or if it's not canon. Because he does this segment on his podcast for Peacemaker where at the end of each episode, he says, oh, what's canon, what's not canon? And he does it based on the episodes. And I'm kind of jumped ahead of the episodes that he hasn't done. They haven't released the episode where he talks about Kite Man yet. So hopefully they'll do that later this week.
I mean, I would wonder, like, with Creature Commandos, you have David Harbour that plays Frankenstein, and I think we're going to get that live action just like Frank Grillo with, Rick Flag Sr., right? So,
yeah,
I mean, do you think we're going to get the voice of Kite Man to do live action Kite Man?
Maybe. It's possible. I really like the voice for the Kite Man Hell Yeah show and the Harley Quinn
Right.
show, but man, I like the Kite Man show. It
I
was
actually haven't
good.
watched it, but this is going to make me want to watch it 100%. But
Yeah, it was.
I've seen a
fun.
good amount of Harley Quinn. I've loved Kite Man and Harley Quinn. I'm not fully caught up on that right now, but I should sit around and just watch those. I want to go back and
Yeah,
watch Superman right now, but you know.
Yeah, I'm caught up on it. I want to know if they're going to do another season because they kind of ended it in like a perfect ending but open-ended kind of way. So hopefully they'll do another season because I really did like it. I liked both shows. I got to catch up on My Adventures with Superman, that Superman anime show now too. That's
That
the next
one's
one on my
cool,
list.
man. Like I only started
Yeah.
a little bit of it, but I was liking it. Like pretty actiony, you know. Like the thing is like these are more catered towards younger audiences. I feel nowadays compared to like
Yeah.
Superman and Batman animated series. They're a little bit more like you know, aimed towards a more mature audience a bit. But when you can still see those vibes in those older shows, and they come through in these newer shows. Like when I think about it that way, it doesn't really bother me so much because that doesn't necessarily like you know attract me. Um, that's part of why I like the comics so much. Is like I feel DC Comics specifically takes on really more mature stories, which I like.
Yeah. I think that's really cool. I really like I like that, DC's been adding the more comic book approach. But, even though I've been cynical with Marvel lately, I gotta be honest that I'm starting to feel a little bit better for Marvel stuff right now. Like I'm feeling like I wouldn't say I'm taking a side in the war between two between two big comic book companies, but I like both. I enjoy both for different reasons, and I think Marvel's got some things I'm excited about, and then DC's got some things I'm excited about. I think generally I'm a fan of creativity and a fan of like what's going to be the more thriving, the more interesting concepts, the more fun feel. And I just really feel like we're in a place right now, and we're seeing it at the box office right now. Is like I'm sure Spider-Man will be good. I'm sure Doomsday will do well. I'm sure we're doing all these things. But even though most of us enjoyed Fantastic Four, we're living in a world, which we'll talk about later. We're in a world now where, as we've talked about, Marvel's not really looking so hot with its audience right now. And so it's going to be interesting to see how that changes because, Superman's doing pretty well. Just without the international box office, it's doing pretty good. And you're seeing so many different changes here. And you're seeing people care about, like, after all the craziness where DC shut down twice and, they weren't good. We had the Snyder stuff, and then we had the the extended universe trying to blend all these different projects together, but didn't really have a tone. Hey, Chosen, they didn't have a tone for it. They didn't have any of plans like that. But now we're kind of getting to that place where we start the first consistent project off, and we already liked Creature Commandos, and I'm sure we're gonna love Peacemaker. And it just seems like we're in a place of like the beginning. It kind of feels like, remember when the MCU started in like phase 1? It kind of feels like we're in that phase 1 place for DC.
Oh, for sure.
But because DC and Marvel are so different, I feel like with Marvel in phase 1, there were some projects you really liked, but then there's some projects like, oh, you don't know where this is going to go. We're like, DC, I feel more confident where I think I know where it's going to go because there's the comics to base things off and like just the general direction. I feel like James Gunn is actually giving us things. He's actually telling us, oh, yeah, we're trying to do this. And they said even by the end of Peacemaker, we're going to start to know, oh, okay, now we know that this is getting that this is where we're headed. Like what is this Gods and Monsters? Because I like how DC is just kind of like, oh, we're doing these chapters and they're going to be themed. Because Marvel, like when you really think about it, phase 1, set up the Avengers. Phase 2, kind of you build up the lore a little bit, and then you build into the Infinity Saga. But then after that, there isn't really storylines because phase 4 had no direction. There was no we were still kind of segueing into the multiverse. And then phase 5, I feel we started to kind of put together a puzzle. All right, no words chosen, but I feel like it's still kind of messy. And hopefully, after we get done with Secret Wars and then reboot, hopefully we'll see a whole new vision for Marvel. Like if we're jumping right into the X-Men, are we going to see? Oh, okay, the X-Men, we're doing like Golden Age X-Men stuff, and we got Mr. Sinister, and we're playing around with this story, and maybe we're doing Mr. Sinister manipulating the Phoenix Force type stuff, or like whatever storyline they want to do. Then we can kind of play around with that. But I like that just with DC, we got a general direction. We're like, okay, Gods and Monsters. Don't know what Chapter 2 is like yet. Phase 6 already looks better than the last 2 phases. Yeah, I can agree with that, honestly.
I can agree.
I think there's a lot of projects in there that have potential, and I think a lot of people are excited.
I think we got to talk about the big elephant in the room, though, when it comes to Marvel this week, and that is that Fantastic Four had, it reported in an article at least, an 80% drop in weekend 2. When you look at it right now, though, the domestic's only a 67% drop. It actually made more than the 11 million they were claiming before. Now I'm seeing like 37 million-ish that they made in weekend 2, which is a little, like, definitely better, but still a huge drop from weekend 1. And what that means for the MCU going forward, who knows? Like, that definitely. Yeah. I'm sure that the Marvel Studios, Kevin Feige, all of them right now are kind of sitting around like, oh, that's not good. Like, it just kind of dropped out after week 1, and Superman's still going strong. So,
Yeah, I feel like it's just one of those things where, like, I think Brave New World and a lot of these Disney Plus shows really hurt the case of things. And I think that now it's like, okay, yes, Thunderbolt was a hit. We like Fantastic Four, it's a hit, but like, because of how much things that weren't good in terms of quality were out there, I just see it's just like people are having a hard time with it. They're like, can we trust going to see Marvel movies again? Can we enjoy a Marvel movie? It's kind of just like James Gunn talks about, it's that fatigue. You're feeling like, I feel like people who really are hardcore Marvel fans have felt fatigued by the MCU, where it's like, I really like these characters, but this movie they started the year off with Brave New World, and it really wasn't good. And I think that kind of put a sour taste in people's mouth, because you should start off with a banger. You should, like, that Captain America movie should have slapped, because 1, it's Captain America, and 2, it's like the beginning of the year. The first comic book movie should hit. Like, it just that's just my personal opinion, and I feel it should have been a hit, because I think it would have been better.
Yeah,
apparently,
Melissa's trying to say we should find a way to put this chat up on the screen as well.
I can do that. Let me see if I can do that here.
If you could make it so everybody's did, that would be perfect. Yes, that way our viewers see what's going on. You know what I mean? So it says, I think we're getting to an age where there's eventually not going to be separate universes anymore, especially Marvel keeps stepping in the right direction. What do you mean exactly by not separate universes? Do you mean like Marvel and DC being separate? Or, because like everything in Marvel is connected, and everything in DC is pretty much connected besides the Elseworld stuff, unless you're talking about that.
Oh, if Marvel keeps stepping in the right direction. Oh, I think she means like separate universes. I know there's been whispers and rumors that, they are leaving the door open, the possibility that there could be crossovers with Marvel and the DC in the future, and maybe she's just talking about that both universes build up, and if both are successful, if Marvel gets on a good track record. Like, I think a lot of people have the opinion, if DC does really well, then Marvel can't do really well. But I think we should be open to the possibility that if they both do well, then we get 2 great superhero franchises, like 2 IPs to look forward to. And what if there is the chance that, like, I've heard rumors that the Russo brothers and James Gunn have been talking. Maybe there's something cooking over there. Maybe they're like, hey, what if we do something really cool here, and it pays off?
I think go ahead.
No, you're speaking. Right. Go ahead.
So I think we're in a really exciting time for superhero movies. Like, we've already had the MCU, and we've already had like 20-something movies entered in the MCU. But now we're finally getting the DCU, an actual competition, not what the DCEU was, right? Like,
there wasn't a competition. It was Marvel was better. Marvel had consistency. Marvel had good things happening, and they had a through line. And now here we're starting to see DC get a through line. We're starting to see Marvel. They're starting to get better, but now Marvel has to kind of build themselves back up, not only fixing their universe for their fans, but also realizing that they got to kind of watch their back at the same time, because the more DC projects we start getting, if Marvel doesn't perform well, that's not going to be good because people are just going to go over to DC.
Sure.
So it's like, oh, Marvel's not good. All right. Well, hey, James Gunn, I'll be on the next flight over
And
here.
the same
Thank
thing
you.
happens with the comics, and that's what I think we're going to see is like
Yeah.
the relationship that you've seen with the comics over decades is going to now be seen in the movies officially with like DC taking from Marvel ideas, Marvel taking from DC ideas, and just the back and forth of it. I love music. I play music, and I love older
Yeah.
stuff. I love grunge. I love a lot of stuff. But like, I was listening to something on Instagram today. It was like just a clip of Lance Stanley, like singing in Alice in Chains, and somebody like commented, "I was there having a great time. Man, I wish I knew like what we had at the time because we just don't have it anymore." Like and like there's so much of that when it comes to music, where it's like an era has passed and it is gone. You're not going to see those artists again. I feel we're kind of right there with superheroes right now. Where it's
Yeah.
like we are in the midst of the true enjoyment of watching like the DC universe now actually blossom into what it should be. The MCU trying to course correct, but we've already had so many MCU movies, whether good or bad. Like back in the day before the MCU started, you had comic book movies that weren't good. Like nerds were happy when
Yeah.
a comic book movie came out, and now we're spoiled with them. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Agreed.
so it's different. I think it's something to appreciate in ways like there's
I like what
all
we
these.
got. I like what we got
Go
here
ahead.
too. So we got apparently Fantastic Four First Step destroying at the box office, confirmed by YouTuber Sean Chandler, which I saw his video on that too. Yeah, so like I said, we kind of covered this right at the beginning of the show too. It's that fatigue piece of like, yay, we're getting a great Fantastic Four movie. But here's the problem. Because we've gotten so much garbage fed to us, nobody cares.
I was saying that to
and
you, Joe.
and
Like the too much
yeah,
damage has been done.
yep,
Like
exactly. It's like I wanted people. I liked Thunderbolts quite a bit, and I think Thunderbolts could have done better in the box office. But I loved how I forget who it was that pointed out. Someone made a great point. That's because that the movie comprised of mostly streaming characters, and because people that weren't caught up on those shows, that presented a problem because it's like even though people like those characters and relatable to some of them, if you didn't watch it makes it a chore. It's like, oh, if you don't watch this show, now you're not going to understand what's going on in the movie. That doesn't really work for your audience because you need to make it open-ended where people didn't see the show. You could still explain it to the other audiences.
I really just believe that consistency is key. If you stream it all, then
Agreed.
you have to be live all the time. And I think this goes in a similar
Yep.
way to the MCU, where it's like, okay, well, you've had a slew of movies people don't know how they feel about or don't like, right? And you need to build that momentum back up now. You don't just get it back by saying, hey, Doomsday, hey, Secret Wars, we're bringing everybody back. And that's a cool idea, but like we're not all sure that that's gonna work. You know what I mean? Like it could just be throwing stuff at the wall. We have no idea.
Okay, so Retrolith said that the words are blocking our faces on the thing.
Are you able to move the webcams
so-
like up or around somewhere?
I can move these, I think. Let me see if it lets me move them.
But
What does it say? Yeah, drag to move. Let me see. Okay. That moved the image.
so
I don't know how that happened.
it's okay. But the MCU
Let me
just
fix
needs
that.
to build its
Okay.
momentum back up. I think if this movie had come out when
There we go.
like Infinity War was still building up, when these movies were hitting $1 billion because it was so exciting to go see the next Marvel movie. If Fantastic Four had released in that time period, it would have done just as good. But I think it's a great movie that's not getting that same kind of recognition because the MCU has, had some bumps in the road. A lot of people
Yeah,
don't necessarily like Thunderbolts. You know what I mean? Like,
No, yeah, some
Captain
people
America,
liked it.
Everyone feels the same about Captain America for the most part. Thunderbolts is a mixed bag. Like it's people are even when they're starting to course correct. Like
Yeah, I
you
agree.
can't
I'm trying
really
to
fully
fix
be
this
sure.
real quick.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, no, I'll just read them from this way, so it's easier. Where is okay? Open the thing, please. I'm trying to open the thing to open it. There we go. Okay, I like it that way. All right, so yeah, we'll just read it this way. So yeah, Aries says, high box office. Oh wait, what if I can move the words? Let's try. Maybe it lets me move the words when they're on here. Can I move it? Looks like I can maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
No, that moved me. That doesn't work.
Let's not worry about it right now, Joe. We'll go
Yeah.
over it. Next time we start up an episode.
No, I was just still trying to figure it out. I was like, I was trying to fix it.
No, I get it. But sometimes you know how it goes.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Okay, so let's try.
If it covers up faces for a little bit, it's okay. If people understand, we'll get it right for the next one.
Hopefully we get a Marvel vs. DC before we die. Yeah, that's the hope, man. Before we live a long life, and we hope that we get cool things before we pass away. So it should be good.
We can get people in the chat. Who thinks we're actually going to get a live action Marvel vs. DC?
Let me know. Do you guys think we're going to see a Marvel vs. DC event? You think that's going to be in the cards eventually? I personally feel like because James Gunn still has good connections with the Marvel people, while Disney and him don't get along, I do think that he's still friends with Kevin. He's still friends with the Russo brothers. They're still having conversations. I think it's a lot more likely than people think it is, which I think is kind of interesting. What I mean, Melissa explained her point from earlier. What I mean is whenever we think of DC and Marvel, we always think of them separate universes, such as Superman, DC, Marvel, and so on. But now we might headed where two universes. I mean, I don't necessarily think that way because I think there's still going to be different brands. You can't bring DC into Marvel, and you can't bring Marvel into DC. But you can get little in the comics. You can get little crossovers and little events where they kind of show up. But it's not. We're still going to enjoy different things.
Right, and you don't want them to become one. You want them both to be their own thing. Yeah, and that's part of the beauty of it is like the competition, and that's what we're talking about with these movies and like DC Studios finally starting up and like becoming a real adversary to Marvel Studios, and like we're gonna see real like Marvel's gonna have to step it up, and they're seeing that right now with week 2 of Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I think that's crazy.
Yeah, I think this is the first real like eye opener for Marvel Studios right now. Like, oh, DC's gonna be beating us going forward.
Yeah, and I think they're starting to see that, and I think that's good. It's good to have a little competition that pushes them in the right direction. I seen Thunderbolts 5 times already. It's so good. Well, that's good. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Chosen says The Void. Daredevil Born Again season 2 hype. Is there more news on Born Again, or are you just saying you're excited for that Marvel project? Because if you are,
sorry.
Yeah. So Chosen was just saying Daredevil Born Again season 2 hype, and I was trying to see if he knew news about that, or if he would just talk just Marvel projects in general, since we know that comes out next year. If that's something that
next year,
I hope we get Marvel vs. Yeah, I think that would be really cool if that happens. Melissa says crossovers is what I was talking about eventually. Yeah, of course. Totally. That makes perfect sense. Gray Aries says maybe, but I'm not sure how well it will translate to one another. That's what I think with crossovers. It's kind of fun is like, as long as there's a good story and there's a good idea, I'm sure it will be great. And that's the thing that we can hope for is just, a crossover is what I want. Yeah, for sure. Now I'm just hyped for it. Yeah, man. I mean, you guys know Daredevil's one of my favorite Marvel characters. And even with the writing issues in season 1, I did enjoy season 1 of Born Again. I did like a lot of the storytelling. But I think season 2 will feel like a more fleshed out project. And like Frank Castle says, with the fact that we're going to get, that it sounds like we're going to get like a Defenders going to war against the anti-vigilante task force, like the Punisher says, I like it. Hell, I love it. Like I mean that sounds great to me. Like the fact that we can get a storyline like that. And if you guys want some reading material for Born Again season 2, please read Devil Reign, because Devil Reign is a storyline where, similar to the MCU right now, Kingpin becomes the mayor. And when he becomes the Mirror in the comics, instead of it just affecting Daredevil, it affects Spider-Man and all the superheroes in New York. And so when Stan Lee built Marvel, they kind of had the whole thing, all the Fantastic Four are in New York, and all the other characters are there. And so they were like, okay, let's do this. Let's allow them all. Like Spider-Man would go up against Daredevil and Fisk. So like you would have Fisk kind of painted a target on all the heroes, which I think was kind of interesting. And there was villains involved in that too, which I thought was interesting. I want to crossover with Batman and Spider-Man. Imagine Batman versus the Green Goblin. That'd be cool. I'd like to see that. I think that'd be interesting to see how would Batman feel about another maniacal clown-like figure. Again, would be interesting. Do you think it's possible we can see Ironmonger in the future of the MCU? Oh, seeing like Obadiah Stane's Iron Man suit? Well, in Ironheart, we learned his son is around. Maybe his son will down the suit one day.
I liked Obadiah's son quite a bit.
Yeah.
I have to say.
I mean, I'm always down for more Alden Ehrenreich, especially after Solo. So I'm down for it. I think it sounds good. Spider-Man, Superman, and Captain America crossover. That would be cool. As a crossover. The question is, though, if you did that, which Captain America is crossing over with Superman? Because it's younger Superman. Are we getting Sam Wilson, or is somebody else? Or are we getting Chris Evans back, or are we doing?
Yes.
I would assume so. I just want to clarify to make sure. I didn't know where we're all.
I think. God, what's the actor's name that plays Falcon?
Anthony Mackie.
Yeah, Anthony Mackie. I think his days as Cap are done.
I mean, we know he's going to be Cap in Doomsday. We'll see how long.
Is he really? But yeah.
Just give it to John Walker, man. Just give John Walker the full arc.
Yeah, you could do that.
And turn him into the hero, and then make him Cap. We're good. And don't even call him Captain America. Just make U.S. Agent a hero, and you get Cap. You're good. Like, just have him act like Cap. You don't necessarily need to change the character. We can only get Chris Evans for so long, though. Like, he's going to get tired eventually. So we got to do something different.
Use them while we can, though. Especially if we're doing a Cap Superman crossover, and that idea.
If that's something that gets his attention, he wants to interact with Superman, I'll be down for that.
Chris Evans, and would you do David Cornsweet?
Yeah, I still do Cornsweet.
Yeah.
I think him and Chris Evans would get along. They probably have good chemistry.
I almost feel like, though, Chris Evans, and Henry Cavill, though.
Well, if we're playing with crossovers, if Henry Cavill gets to play, if we do like an Elseworlds thing, it's not a main timeline version of the character, then maybe like a Kingdom Come Superman with Henry Cavill, that could happen. As long as Henry Cavill plays, in my opinion, my issue that we talked about with the version he played in the Snyder stuff is that it wasn't the version of Superman I wanted to see him play. So if he played a hopeful Superman, I think it'd be great. Imagine if we get World's Finest when Secret Wars is out. That'd be crazy. I don't think it's coming that soon, but honestly, it might take a long time to get to Secret Wars anyway. So
I very much want Henry Cavill to be Bizarro.
I think I would love that too.
I would, you get to see Henry Cavill do a totally different type of role.
Yeah,
just playing dumb. And
I think that'd be fun.
It would, and people would just love it. They would.
I think it'd be great. I'd love it. World's Finest is needed. Yeah, we'll definitely get World's Finest. Don't worry, that's coming. Daredevil needs to be in Avengers. I think he'll be in Secret Wars. I don't know about Doomsday, but I think Secret Wars is a strong case. He'll be there. Chris Evans and David Cornsweet have great chemistry. Oh, it probably would be. I think you could see him in. I think eventually, as much as he's a street level hero, I think eventually you could make the case you could see Daredevil in more Avengers projects. I think that could happen. Okay, guys, let's talk all about Blade and Deadpool. What are Marvel doing? Are you talking about
how delayed Blade's been?
It's a mess.
What do you mean about Deadpool, though? I'm curious about that.
Are you talking about because Wesley Snipes is in Deadpool and Wolverine, or are you talking about like because like what? Let's see. Henry Cavill and David Cornsweet's Superman crossover would also be. Yeah, seeing those two interact in any way would be awesome. I'd be down for that.
Yeah,
I'd love to see both of them.
Some kind of crisis event in the future, you could totally do that.
Have them shake hands, pass the torch to him, and just kind of that'd be kind of cool. I'd love that. I'd love to see that.
You could even bring back. Is it Brandon Ruth?
Brandon Ralph. Yeah,
Ralph.
He's pretty good. Yeah, he's good. He's good. I'd like to see him again. He had a good bit in the Arrow versus Kingdom Come Superman. I liked him as the Atom. I think he's pretty cool. I enjoy Superman Returns. Yeah.
I forgot about him as the Atom.
Yeah.
Yeah. They did. What was that show? Oh my god.
They're not using Deadpool or Blade anymore. What do you mean they're not using Deadpool or Blade anymore? You mean like in the comics, or what do you mean by not using?
Yeah, Retro. You got to explain more, bud.
Yeah, we need some clarification here. I don't know what you're talking about when it comes to Blade. You know what would be interesting is a crossover with the Justice League and the Avengers. Yeah. When we get a good Justice League, I'd love to see a Justice League and Avengers throwdown.
What if, totally hypothetical, right? We have rumors about like the MCU coming to an end after Secret Wars, right? What if you get this giant, Avengers versus X-Men battle at the end, Avengers win, then you get your Avengers versus Justice League crossover, right? Just as the Justice League actually they'd probably be established by then.
To be fair, I'm hearing very certainty that in Doomsday, before even Secret Wars happens, we're getting an Avengers versus X-Men
already.
It's happening. Yeah. Oh, who jumped in? Chosen's here. Cool. Let's get Chosen in here. Perfect. Welcome.
Marvel could turn into a horror aspect. Oh, hey, Chosen. How we doing?
I mean, if they give the problem with that whole situation is, wait, when was this confirmed? We're gonna have to read that in a minute. With the horror aspect thing, I mean, we had good things like Werewolf by Night. Sam Raimi's clearly still contracted with Marvel as long as they gave him more creative freedom and not steer the wheel as much. Like, I don't understand how we can have Deadpool and Wolverine be what it is, but we can't have a horror aspect project. Like, I think Doctor Strange 3, they could have done a little better. Or Doctor Strange 3. Doctor Strange 2, they could have done a little better with playing around a bit more with that horror aspect. They did pretty good, but I think it'd be cool to see if they did a horror aspect. What kind of project would that be? Would that be like a Midnight Sun focus? Would that be like a Marvel Zombies scenario? Because I know they're doing that in animated form, but I'm trying to think what they mean by horror. What would be a horror aspect film that Marvel would do in the future?
I'm just looking it up right now. I'm trying to look for what you're saying here.
About what
Retro. And the last thing I'm seeing of Kevin Feige actually saying something is July 20th, and that it's him assuring that Blade is going to come out.
Yeah, but what is this? No MCU plans for Deadpool, Wolverine, Blade, and Miles Morales? I don't. How do you feel about Miles not being used in the MCU? Eventually he will be. It's just there's red tape right now. It's a right now situation. It's not a never situation. I feel.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah, I just think it's more of a right now thing. I think it's not a. They still have to get that Spider-Verse film out. So Sony's gonna, especially after those live action films bombed so hard, I feel like Sony's gonna clasp on to that Spider-Verse movie as long as possible because they just know that's all they have left. So they're like, okay,
Spider-Verse.
So what's funny?
Go ahead.
What I find funny about this is, so Kevin Feige said that there's no urgency when it comes to Blade or Deadpool. And apparently they're not looking to go in that direction. But what I find funny about that is that he said this 6 days ago. Now we're living in a world 6 days later where Fantastic Four just dropped 80 to 67% in weekend 2 of it coming out. Like, I wouldn't be so sure of writing off Deadpool and Blade already. Especially Deadpool, that's a successful run. Like,
plus we know that
tons of money.
We also know that we're definitely going to still get Deadpool appearing in things like, I don't know about Doomsday, but definitely Secret Wars. I think I mean, I've heard rumors about him being in. I've heard rumors about him being in Doomsday. So we'll see. I thought I heard something about Wolverine in there too. So we'll have to see. But yeah, I think it's kind of one of those things where, like, like you said, if this drop off, things could change. They might have to move the needle to characters that people actually care about. It might be one of those times where they have to pivot some more things around.
Speaking of, like, we got Retro saying, how do you feel about Miles not being used in the MCU? And it's like so dumb. It's so dumb that they won't bring Miles into the MCU. You're going to bring in Ironheart. You're going to bring in all these other characters that, like, people aren't excited for, don't really care about, but people want Miles Morales. People want more Spider-Man. And I don't know if it's maybe just caught up in the rights with Sony, because that could be it. Doesn't Sony own all of the Spider-Man properties? Like, maybe they only have a deal for Peter Parker Spider-Man,
Yeah.
rather than Miles, and that's like a whole thing that they probably have to work on.
Sony is just holding on to everything because it's all they have left, and they haven't decided to surrender their rights because they still have Spider-Verse doing well. So they're
don't get me started with Sony, please. That company needs to stop.
Yeah, I think it's honestly, the Spider-Verse rights, Retrolad. I think it's just that they got to get that movie done, and once that movie's done, I think then we can start pushing Miles Morales. Oh, Spike's coming in 5 minutes. Cool.
Why does Madam Web exist? Why does Craven exist? Why does
Don't open that can of worms.
Do you think we're ever going to see them again? Do you think they'll enter the MCU in any kind of way?
Please,
I think they'll probably. I think they'll probably just. So I figured out the Venom thing. I've been hearing about something pretty interesting lately that I was talking to Chosen about the other day.
Oh yeah, okay,
I think Matt Gargan's gonna take the Eddie Brock slot like in the comics. I think after being Scorpion, I think he's gonna get the Venom role soon.
Really?
Because they have big plans for Scorpion's actor. They set him on the shelf after that end credit scene in Homecoming, and now he's coming into this movie, and apparently he's got a very big pivotal role as the villain in this movie. And now I think. No, I think he's going to be they're going to pivot him towards Venom as well.
Good, Retrolad. Good. I want them to just go in Secret Wars. Once they die, bro, I'm going to be
Retrolad says I think they'll die in Secret Wars, be in Secret Wars and die. That would be amazing. Like the same way.
I'll be cheering in the theaters, bro.
Remember how the Suicide Squad started and the first team all just die immediately? It would be great.
Hey, there's a reason for Wesley Snipes to pop up in Secret Wars. Just pop up for 2 seconds, kills Morbius in front of everyone. You're welcome. just jumps in.
Bro, I'm like, thank you. I want these Sony-verse characters to go because I cannot stand any of them. Honestly, even Sydney Sweeney, she can go too.
That's crazy. Because of a misguided attempt for money. Yeah, that's fair, Aries. I agree. Yeah, Madam Web and Craven don't exist. As far as I'm concerned, they don't. I didn't even see Craven. But I heard
Craven.
That's good.
But I heard people liked it for it was.
It's Morbin time, guys.
Yeah.
I hear Craven is the better of the Sony movies.
Yeah, I
Venom,
want.
I guess.
I want to meme my X-Men with Fox Cyclops like Cap did with Avengers Endgame moment. Oh, dude, we're gonna get that. I think he's actually gonna say that when him and Sam Wilson square up in Doomsday. When Doom devises a plan for whatever reason, he wants the X-Men and the Avengers to fight each other so he can hatch his master plan, setting up Battleworld and whatever. I think you're going to have him. I think he'll say that. Yeah.
I think that the Captain America symbol is disappointing. It's cool that they did it and it's great, but why does the MCU always have to go half-hearted on real comic book stuff? Where it's the void isn't the void. Say Avengers Assemble. Say Avengers Assemble. I don't know.
I hear you, man.
Yeah, dude. It's just little things like Dormammu. You know what I mean? I just don't like it. And I know that James Gunn won't do that.
That's the
Like,
thing
he's-
that's great is he doesn't go half. He goes all in.
Right.
If we get imagine if we get an X-Men and Justice League team up, how awesome would that be? Oh, that'd be cool. I'd love to see something like that. That'd be awesome. I have a feeling Doomsday gonna be Endgame style to it. I feel like it's gonna be more like Infinity War style, but with more characters in the same location. But
Infinity
we'll
War,
see.
but and steroids.
Yeah, that's a good way. Infinity War on steroids is a good way to look at it. It's not hard to be the best Sony Spider-Man
X-Men
off the shoot movie, X-Men Assemble. We got news on Spider-Verse spinoff with Punk. Oh yeah, there's that Punk Spider-Man thing with Daniel Kaluuya. So that's kind of cool. I heard about that. They're trying to do some project with that Spider-Punk character from the Spider-Verse movies.
That's
Oh
awesome. I
wow,
was
more
thinking about.
Sony, more Sony. Let's go. Wow, that's
Well, I don't know if that's Sony, is it? Oh,
To
no,
be
that's
fair, you want to talk about Sony? Can we, since we're talking about Sony that no longer is actually for some reason they allowed their rights to go over to Amazon Prime. I can't wait for this Noir series.
That's the
guys
one
been-
thing
Oh
I'm
yeah.
excited.
Yeah. This Noir thing looks hard, man. It looks
mean,
It
good.
looks so
Nick-
cool, bro. I don't
It's
know
still
what it
gonna be
is.
Nick Cage.
Yeah, Nick Cage.
Awesome.
Yeah,
That's so great.
the black
If you
and
That
white.
was
want
really-
good Avengers. If
Bro,
you want good
Joe,
Avengers,
Joe,
watch
it's the black
the-
and white. It's the black and white background for me that makes the thing look good.
Well, it's like Sin City, baby. Come on.
Earth's Mightiest Heroes Avengers cartoon. Yeah, that's a great one to watch.
I love
after
that
like
cartoon.
after a few seasons though, it really it goes through a whole animation change and totally changes. It gets kind
I
of
mean,
weird.
I like Spider-Punk, but if it's from Sony, I'm not watching. I'm sorry.
I love it. I was just
Well,
sad that
is
show was taken for
Spider-Verse
us too
Sony?
soon. Yeah,
Is it? Yeah. Well, they kill
Yeah.
it with Spider-Verse, so I mean, anything
but it's different because
Spider-Verse.
it's the animation. It's different because it's the animation company, not the live action development.
Thank you, because if it's that one, I'm gonna. let you
I
use
don't.
it. I'm
I don't
gonna
like
get
this. I read about this retro. I'm not a fan of this. The Spider-Man 1994 comic, like from the animated show. They're doing a comic about that storyline, but they're not going to address the cliffhanger of what happens to Mary Jane in the end that they teased at the end of
Wow.
X-Men 97. So
What?
that's
What? How did it
ridiculous.
end with Mary Jane?
She got like something happens to her where she goes she gets lost or something in like another dimension or something.
Wow, Spider-Man.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I don't even
something
remember that.
Ghost
They
Rider.
said it
With
up.
the whole Carnage thing in the multiverse,
Yeah.
right? How that all
Yeah.
ends. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Ghost Rider, Let's Ride. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Underground.
Yeah, Superman fan. Don't get me started on that Superman fan.
Remember
That pissed
during
me
the
off.
production-
I
Spider-Man,
think we
Spider-Man
finally
Christian.
get our Ghost Rider Nick Cage back in either Doomsday or Secret Wars. Like, even if it's
100%.
just a small cameo, we're probably getting it back. Like,
Well, I think not only I think
Okay.
not only give me a second, chosen. I think not only are we going to get him back, I think we're gonna. I've heard reports, and I think it was actually in that big Kevin Feige article that I think that he's going to show up, but he's also going to mentor the new MCU Ghost Rider as well. Because I heard that in the next plan, once they get done with all the multiverse stuff, they do want to go into the Midnight Suns direction, which is why they're waiting to get the Blade stuff done, I guess. I don't know how, but we'll see. So I think that's interesting. That's really interesting that they had that. Yeah, I know that was a tough one with Sam Raimi because Sony wanted Venom as the villain, and he did not want that. And look at where that went.
Bro, why couldn't they listen to Sam Raimi, bro? I would rather have Sandman be the
yes,
central because I actually
Sandman's a
wasn't.
good part of that movie.
I was excited for this character. I was like, you know what? This character could be good. But then they were like, oh, no, guys. We're going to give you guys Venom. Yeah, I don't care about Venom in this movie. I'm sorry. I don't care about Venom in this movie. I do
Yeah,
not
we
care
don't
about this
need to
character.
see
Why?
Topher Grace have a tantrum. From, keep an eye out if Spike comes in for some tasty MCU breakdowns. Yeah, man. I'm waiting for him. I'm always waiting for him. So
I mean, to be fair, it's not as bad as how many villains we got for TASM 2. It's not that as bad as that.
that's true. TASM 2 stuff, that was some rough stuff.
Yeah, that
Um,
was. That was rough.
I'm just glad we're finally getting Scorpion on the big screen. I remember when we saw him, little cameo in Homecoming, but now we're actually going to see him in the suit, and he's going to be Scorpion. I've waited to see live action Scorpion for so
Bro,
long.
we waited that long.
Yeah, we
You know-
need that. Is that the villain? You think that's a Scorpion Rhino movie?
So it's Scorpion, Ramrod, Tombstone, and I believe it's
Boomerang
Tarantula
and
and Boomerang. Yeah, we got a fair amount of villains.
I do
Ah.
think though that Tombstone is the main villain.
Yeah, I think Tombstone's the main villain because I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna tie in what I have a theory about this. I'm gonna drop in my video later, where I think that. So a few days ago, I thought because they were gonna do something. A lot of people thought that signs were pointing to them doing Mr. Negative, and that was why Hulk, Punisher, and Spider-Man were fighting. But now it sounds like Mr. Negative's not gonna be in the movie. So the thing that I'm thinking they're gonna do, and I don't know how they get them to fight, if it's just because they just don't know each other, and that just becomes a thing. But in terms of the villains of the story, I think what's going to happen is I think the Defenders in Born Again are going to beat, because Born Again will come out before Spider-Man will. I think they'll beat Kingpin, and he'll get some form of going to jail or something like we expect from these superhero projects. And Spider-Man will cameo in that, and then in Spider-Man, there's going to be a power void because Kingpin, even though he's mayor, he also before mayor was Kingpin of crime, right? So, and then I think you're going to get Tombstone will kind of be the big man like he was in the Spectacular Spider-Man cartoon, and he's going to kind of sit there being the master plan, and all these villains we're hearing about in this movie, I think they're going to work for him. So I think you'll have Spider-Man, Hulk, and Punisher duking it out against each other, and then they're going to be like, oh shit, what are we doing? This is a gang movie. We have to worry about this guy's building an empire over here. We got to deal with that.
You know, Joe. Joe. What are the villains again?
Tarantula, Ramrod.
Ramrod. Thank you, Ramrod. I was looking for that one.
Ramrod, Boomerang.
I do
Boomerang
think
and Scorpion.
I do think Ramrod is gonna be the opening villain for the opening movie.
I think so too.
Because I think it would make a lot of sense if he's like the first villain we face in the movie. And then maybe you can at least maybe get Boomerang as well in the opening as well if you want to get him in the opening.
As long as they don't die, because I want to see some of these villains actually.
I don't think they'll die, but I do think they'll.
It's the MCU. They ain't dying.
I don't think they're gonna die. I just think they're gonna get defeated, and we'll see them another time.
Well, hopefully they won't get totally defeated because I don't want them to waste too many of these villains. Because I do have a feeling, and I've been talking to people about this. You're not going to have Punisher in this movie and not have him, even if it's PG-13, he's still killing people. Even if it's not as brutal and as bloody as it is, I think he's going to be mowing down people in this movie.
Yo, Tarantula, bro, I want Tarantula. I want the Tarantula to fight Shang-Chi, bro, at some point.
Dude, if Shang-Chi shows up in this movie and he fights him, those two would be perfect. That would be amazing for Dustin Daniel Cretton to do something like that because you look at that choreography in Shang-Chi, the fight scenes are going to be nice in this movie, man. They I don't know if you know this, Luke. They brought in the actual stunt team for Shang-Chi. Like, they have a Hong Kong stunt team for a Spider-Man movie instead of just your average American stunt team.
Bro, that
That's
is
awesome.
so good.
Yeah, it's going to be.
And also,
if we get the way of the spider in this, I'm going to lose it.
Also, didn't they say that they're going to do practical swinging scenes?
Yeah, they showed that with the filming today.
Thank you,
I thought that was cool.
Daniel. Destin, you finally learned that what the other guy didn't do.
People just realize that that you don't need to CGI everything. They're like,
Yeah, freaking John Watts said, "Oh, practical is boring." No, it's not, bro.
yeah, no, it's not boring. Yeah, that's true. With the Amazing Spider-Man, Garfield and Emma Stone was the best thing. Oh, about Amazing Spider-Man 2. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think that's a fair take. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, Spider-Man's got some. I really love the idea of this being a grounded gang story. I love the more and more I think about it. If you guys watch, because you know what I think this movie's gonna be like. That's really cool. This really smells to me like that plot line from the show we liked, Luke, from Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, where
It smells like Teenage Spirit.
well, yeah, you got that too. Throw some Nirvana in there. Why not?
Too.
But it's like I feel like it's got like Scorpion was kind of a gang leader in there, and then in that show he used gamma radiation, and I have a theory, right? I think Scorpion's tech in this movie is going to be Gamma involved because Hulk is in this movie. And I think that's
that would
gonna,
be very cool.
Yeah, so I think that's something they're going to do for sure.
I know a lot
Go
of
ahead,
people are disappointed with Mr. Negative not being in this movie, but I actually know why he's not in this movie. I think they're saving him for another Spider-Man movie.
I'm fine with him not being in the movie because we're getting Scorpion, baby. We're getting Scorpion. I think he knows anybody else.
I don't think Mr. Negative fits this that well, to be honest. Like, you got Punisher,
but
you
here's
got
the thing, though.
Spider-Man.
I still think he's gonna be in one of the Spider-Man. I think it'll be Spider-Man 5. I think we'll see him in Spider-Man 5.
Maybe. I could definitely see Mr. Negative getting used at some point.
I also don't think that Tombstone's going to be done in this movie. I think that after this movie, I think when Tombstone builds his empire, I think because I know they said they're doing Born Again season 2, but I don't know what their plans are, how soon they'll shoot Born Again season 3. I have a feeling it's not been confirmed yet. I really don't know, especially with Punisher being here and them being buddies and kind of working together already in Born Again season 2. I really do get a feeling that I think Daredevil's going to be in this movie. I just have a feeling, and I
feel like he is too.
Maybe they're.
And I think that we're.
I think. I agree with that, Joe, because I actually do have an idea on what they're going to do. I think they're hiding him. I think the reason why they're hiding him is because I think he's going to be in the third act of the movie. I think
that would be a good surprise for the third act. That'd be a good surprise. I think what would be really cool is because I think what they could do to be really cool, since if the reception of this movie is great and people love that we're getting a street level gang movie, Spider-Man 5, you could segue into a story where Spider-Man and Daredevil are doing a team up and they have to deal with Spike's here. Cool. And they have to deal with actual Spike real quick. He's in his Deadpool suit, it looks like. Let's see. Spike is here. Yeah, we hear you good, man. Welcome. How you doing, Spike?
How we doing?
I'm good. I'm chilling. Hold on a second. Let me see. Okay, cool. I'm good. I'm chilling. Just here.
Yeah, I agree with that. Gray areas. It's smart.
That's why gray areas. That's why I think it's better if Mr. Negative is in Spider-Man 5. I think that's better.
Yeah. We haven't seen you in a while, Spike. How have you been, man?
I've been busy, just doing things and taking care of life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You've been busy working, doing all the stuff, doing all the things.
Oh, you have no idea. But
I heard you got some. We just were kind of talking about our excitement for Spider-Man and just talking about how we're kind of in a world right now where like it's kind of like the MCU's trying to get things back to a good place, but then it's like, we're still kind of excited because it's kind of feeling crazy that DC's starting to kind of also feel good, and that's taken years to actually feel like that could actually happen. So the fact that we can actually get some genuine competition and enjoy two superhero brands for the first time ever, I think is cool. So
hell yeah, that's awesome.
So I think that's awesome. So but yeah, so that's kind of what we covered. We've mostly been talking about Spider-Man because there's been a lot of news for good old Webhead. So Spike fans are attacking him for fake news. Who's saying fake news about you, bro?
Yo, every time. Okay, I just want to say this right now. This is why I post what I post. Okay, as uncomfortable as this is. Okay, so my book is all the way over there in like the off side of the camera, right? So per the timeline book, these things happen. And people are mad because they're like, you're posting fake things. So I posted a picture about the Lotus suit because that's what the suit was going to look like. That's what I seen. That's what I heard, XYZ. Guess what? The suit looks like that. I'm sorry. And then they're like, you were this, you were that. You're posting fake stuff. Look, bro, I post the source. Joey, everybody here, if you see my post, you know that if I'm actually like giving you an update that's legit, I'll post where that's coming from. And if not, I'll break it down and I'll repost shit that's on my other account. You can go to my Facebook and you can check my track record before my account got banned.
Sometimes sources get things wrong. It happens.
There you go. But if it's from a reliable person that says it and everybody's saying it, why am I wrong for just bringing that to your attention?
And you don't shoot the messenger.
There you go. I don't just give you updates, guys. If you actually go and look at my stuff instead of complaining about the first thing you see, you'll be like, oh, damn, this guy knows a little bit about the multiverse. Oh, shit, he covered the Power Cosmic, and we're not even on the Cosmic Saga yet. You want to talk about that? I talked about Hellstrom and Mephisto. All of a sudden, Marvel's doing their little thing to add a version of Hellstrom back, but you don't know that yet. Like things like that. But we don't want to talk about that. No, everybody's like Moon Knight. We don't want to talk about Moon Knight. No, everybody wants to complain about a freaking costume. Like it. Dude, and then Tom Holland reveals
Yeah.
the fucking costume the next day. As I posted those two costumes that look very similar and close to the costume, they come out and they post the fucking costume.
What's
That's
up, John Jones? How you doing? What's up,
Oh, that's
Deadpool?
That's my homie. Hello.
Yeah,
But
sure
yeah.
you guys make sure you subscribe to everyone, guys. We appreciate it. It's always great. For sure.
Yeah, so so that's like Instagram and TikTok. Everybody likes to comment and say source trust me and all that. And it's hey man, if you don't like where it's coming from or whatever, then I don't know what to tell you.
Dude, I got your back, man. People need to get with it. They need to understand our job is to post information, and yeah, it might come from a source. It might be a little shaky, whatever, but we just get excited. Not every news source that out there is always accurate, is always right. The world is unpredictable sometimes. Sometimes you got people. I mean, Fikey's with the sniper. He's going around. He's looking. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. You think you can post this? Nah, it's gone.
Oh my god, you want to know? Because you know what? No, check this out. You know what Marvel is doing that people don't even realize? Because first of all right, I want to say something right now. If you use your brains real quick, everybody
Yeah.
wants to see Kingpin and Spider-Man 4, right? That would
Yeah,
be
bro.
fucking awesome.
Yeah,
Excuse
I-
my French.
Yeah.
Right?
No, you can swear. You're good.
Okay, cool. So, viewers discretion advised, you know what I'm saying? But look, so we want Kingpin and Spider-Man 4. Hell, I do too, because I remember watching the 90s Spider-Man comic and Spider-Man jumps up with Alistair Smite there, and for some reason I think Blade was there or something. I don't remember. It's in the 90s comic. But that comic the 90s show, that shit was crazy. But anyway, yeah, so they're all fighting, and then like I think that's where Spider-Man got his back broken. Aside from in the comics, like that was the first time I seen that as a kid. I was like, God damn, no Spider-Man! Like it was crazy, But I don't know. There's a deal that he has. I read it somewhere, and this is why reading's important. This is why I say you guys don't read. Like not you guys, but the people that comment these backhanded things. I'm like, you don't read because in his contract he said he can't appear in a movie. He can do TV
Yeah.
series. His character, we all know that because we love Daredevil, right? We were talking about that a while ago, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now they're like Kingpin and Daredevil, or Daredevil is going to appear in Kingpin in spite. There might be references to him, but I don't see them appearing unless they redo the contract.
You never know.
There you go.
You never know. We
And
can
that's why-
dream. We can dream too. And if we can't get him in Spider-Man 4, we got Spider-Man 5, so it's all good. Don't worry about it.
There you go. And and I think what I personally think is the reason why we're not going to get Mr. Negative. Like, we're going to get Martin Lee, but we're not going to get Mr. Negative.
Ooh, that's a
Because-
good point. They could build him up
Ah,
more.
that's a great idea.
Because they said no, Mr. Negative. They never said no, Martin Lee. Because remember, in No Way Home, Aunt May was running Feast. Aunt May gone. Someone needs to run Feast. So.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's
Mhm.
true.
So that's something I thought about. I was like,
That
oh,
makes
okay.
total sense. Oh yeah, and then everybody will know. Like, Mr. Negative, he's on
Yeah.
the way.
Exactly, and that'll be the hype for it. So but that's why it's like, okay, so how come I didn't post that? Why did I just post what the dude posted so it's legit instead of just posting like, okay, Mr. Negative might not be in there, but Martin Lee will. Like, why do I have to tell you that for you to be like, I believe this guy?
Yeah,
Dude,
that's just the internet, unfortunately. Like,
And that's my point to answer that question and kind of bridge the gap between like Kingpin, Spider-Man, Daredevil, why it won't make sense unless something new is there that we don't know about, because things happen behind the scenes all the time, right?
Yeah. Retro wants to know how you feel about Miles not being in the MCU right now.
I mean, I think it's appropriate with everything going on because Miles is gonna come, I think, after or during Secret Wars, because we don't even know. Okay, Beyond the Spider-Verse isn't done, but they're gonna do Spider-Punk, and we're gonna have an animated Venom and Spider-Woman. Okay, like that's cool, but why are you pulling this shit out of your ass, Sony? Just finish the movie so we can Miles in. Bro, Miles in a Sony universe, I could see that working. I could see that working.
sure.
Yeah, how about they just get it done, man? Yeah, just get that movie done so we can use our Miles back, please. We need Miles. Let's do it. Come on,
Mhm.
get the movie out and just
Hell yeah.
move along.
Okay, so I can't see like the chat. Wait. Well, yes, I can. I lied.
I'll read it for you. No worries. I'll read it for you. We could see a cameo, of Martin Lee, which sets up Mr. Negative for Spider-Man 5. Yeah, totally. I think that could happen. You guys think Mr. Negative is gonna, or you think Martin Lee is gonna be played by the guy from the Insomniac movies, since he was campaigning for, or not movies? Sorry, the games, which he's been campaigning for.
That'd be dope. I don't know. I don't know who the actor is if they
Yeah.
have somebody, but hell.
Yeah, I was wondering, Spike,
It'd be cool.
did you see Superman or Fantastic Four?
Yeah, he was asking if you saw it. Yeah, they're asking if you saw Superman.
Everyone. How many people do we have viewing right now, like watching?
14.
15 right now.
Oh, that's it.
We got 15.
I remember when I was 15.
You segued to that now?
Yeah, I just wanted to know. Okay, yeah, you can read me the conversations. I'm gonna turn it so now I'm more like with you guys.
So they want to know if you watched Superman and Fantastic.
Okay, so I watched Fantastic Four like no shit 44 times. I wasn't like because I have the link. Okay, the people in the chat know.
44 times?
Because I caught every single detail. I shit you not. Why do you think New Rockstar came out with like 2 other videos after their breakdown that went into an hour?
Dude, you just need to be. You need to be on that level, man. You need to be just.
Yeah,
like,
bro. Because
hit
hey,
that.
listen. Remember that post that I posted, and I was like, when this shit comes true, I'm gonna be like, I told you so. So all 15 of you watching, you better fucking go back and look at my shit and share this because I said the Watcher was gonna be in the Fantastic Four, a live action version of him. And guess what, bitch? New Rockstar's video confirmed that there was a version of the Watcher there that was supposed to look like Jeffrey Wright, and then the director confirmed that that's him. So anybody want to sit down?
Yeah.
I will. I swear to hell. I will. As soon as I was sitting in my room and I'm like, content. Oh my god, what do I do? Oh my god, the Watcher. I was like, oh my god. I was like, oh shit.
You gotta love it when you're sitting in your room and you're like, oh man, what? The
Yeah,
Watcher.
like I was like, dude, and he wasn't watching me this time. I was watching him, so it was tripping. It was crazy. But I just wanted. I'm sorry. I just wanted to point that out. I felt.
What
like proud of
part
myself.
was that, though?
It's on a picture on the wall. I think in Johnny's room when he's deciphering the code.
Oh.
You see,
Oh, I heard about
you
that.
see it on the wall.
That's true.
Huh.
And apparently it's him.
Yeah, people were saying. Oh yeah, people were saying that about the guy that played the Fire Lord from Last Airbender. Netflix will play Mr. Negative because there's been rumors about him. A lot of people think he's like the top choice for that character right now.
Oh.
So.
Man, I forgot
cool.
all about
I like
that
that actor.
Netflix Avatar show. Oh my god.
Dang, John Jones is laughing at you, man. What is he
Huh?
doing?
Oh, that's my homie.
John Jones is laughing. He's laughing
That's
at
good.
you. 10 likes, let's go.
Hell yeah, you better like, share, subscribe. No, but I said that. You have no idea. I legit said that. Like, I be saying that to people, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
Our biggest likes of the podcast keep going, guys. Oh yeah, for sure, man. This is going great. This episode's great so far. You like? Spike, you haven't seen the intro yet. Let me play it real
I'm
quick.
scared.
You're scared?
Legion
What
of
the hell is this?
Creators.
It's Superman.
Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
Where'd he go? Oh, that's nice. I like it.
I figured you'd like that.
That was nice, actually.
Yeah, man. Luke made it.
Nice. That was good, man. I like it.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, we're getting all official here now, man. We're getting crazy.
That's what.
You've missed a lot, Spike.
Dude,
That's
I
all I'll
looked
tell you.
up and it was over. Because no, I'm traumatized because I swear when I went to go see Thunderbolts, I walked into an IMAX Superman. I'm never gonna get over that, bro. It's the same thing. Like I was sitting. I'm sorry. I'm about to go off on a rant. All right, what do you guys want to talk about?
What do you mean you're about to go off on a rant?
I was
What's
about to
it?
say something off the wall, and we're not here to listen to me go crazy. Okay, so let's just.
Hey, it's just good content, man. If you got something to go crazy about,
You walked into Superman
people-
trying to see
what do you
Thunderbolts? Oh man.
No, no, no. I walked into Thunderbolts and Superman was playing. Listen, okay, I know what I did. Okay,
No.
but it was interesting because I caught it on camera. It was so cool. But it was literally a Superman IMAX trailer, and I was pretty surprised, impressed,
Oh.
and confused. Yeah, because I thought I was in the wrong movie. And
You
yeah, I thought it.
confused.
I thought it was Superman because you have to understand. I'm a little. So like sometimes I be thinking things, and yeah.
Yeah,
No,
dude. No, that's
I remember I
crazy.
did something like that once where I thought I would like was supposed to go to a certain theater and went to the wrong one, and I saw like I meant to see Venom and I saw the ending of Venom instead.
Oh,
Yeah, and
dang.
I was like,
Be
I
right
thought
back.
I
I'm gonna
just
grab
like
another
missed the
drink, guys.
beginning because I was kind of late anyways, and then the movie
Yo.
ended after like at a half an hour or 40 minutes, and I was like, wait a minute.
Dude, I remember. Okay, so I went with my wife to watch Venom Let There Be Carnage in 4D, and I was super excited, okay? And we're all adults here in the conversation, and if you're not, cover your eyes so you don't hear what I'm talking about. But yeah, so I
Uh,
smoked, okay? I did the 420. Right now it's like 8 o'clock, but I did the 420, okay? So I was a little up there. So I went to go watch the movie, and I'm happy and la-di-da-di-da, and everything. I sit down, got my little popcorn. I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna watch Venom in 4DX. The chair's shaking. I got all the like shit flowing at me. I'm like, oh my God, like this shit's crazy. But then like after that, like I blinked, and because like that shit was good, like I blinked and like I woke up to Carnage freaking screaming, bro. I slept for like an hour and a half of the movie, bro. I was so bored. And then I remember that same thing happened when I went to go watch Craven, right? I watched Craven the
yeah.
Hunter.
Oh my
Bro, that shit,
gosh. That's
bro, the
crazy.
backstory was crazy because I don't remember it, but I do remember him fighting Rhino. And then the ending of the movie was Chameleon. And then I was like, bro, that movie was not bad at all. My homie said, dude, you were sleeping for like 45 minutes. I was like, no, I didn't. I was like, dude, he was a kid. He went through this trial, right? And after he went through his trial, he talked to his dad, and then he got turned into Craven, and he started hunting. And he's like, "What do you remember after that?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" He found Rhino in the freaking like woods or whatever the fuck, and he was in the convoy, and he told me he was like, "Nah, dude, he went to the prison. He got his list, and he did this." I was like, "No, he didn't, bro. That's not how the movie happened." Sure as shit, I watched it on like Netflix or some shit, and that's what the fuck happened. So, yeah, that was Craven. That was at least my version of Craven.
Oh my
Yeah,
Very
gosh.
short.
That's
You take
funny.
out the
yeah,
whole middle.
yeah, pretty much.
I kind of like your version of it better. I didn't even see the movie, but your version sounds
No,
pretty
but I
good.
actually watched Madam Web, and that was dog shit. So, like, that's probably why I fall asleep now. Morbius was in the middle. I like the vampire parts of it. I just didn't like the year it came out in. Oh,
Yeah, it was a bad year for it to come out. It was a bad year for
not no,
sure.
not because of like the movie and life and like COVID or whatever the fuck was going on. Not because of that. Because if Madam Web, Morbius, Craven, and all those movies came out when Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man was doing his thing, like imagine Madam Web first, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 1, then we do Venom, and then we like, I don't know, do Craven, and then Spider-Man 2, Morbius, and then after that we do I don't know what else is up there in the shit pile. Somebody? Anybody?
What else came out in the shit pile?
Morbius,
I got nothing.
Craven, Madam
Yeah,
Web.
yeah.
Not
Trying to
much
think, what
more
did I
than
have for
that,
that
right?
one?
Venom.
Venom, Let There Be Carnage, and then Venom The Last Dance was like but it did something, but it was
I
in
think
my
that was
opinion.
about it.
I liked him. I liked him more than others. I thought it was pretty.
No.
Um,
Yo,
it
and
wasn't
you know
bad.
why too? Like imagine Morbius came out and then Marvel was like Blade. Like cuz that was like Blade 2, Blade 3 time frame, dude. Imagine that.
That would have been
Right? The
crazy.
effects would have been not as good, but like you would expect that because of the time. Either way, because we didn't have the internet like how we had it now. Like I remember YouTube wasn't a freaking thing with ads, and the way it was, you could upload whatever you want. That's why Jalen is still going Super Saiyan, and this kid is not a kid anymore. He's a man, and he's 30 years old. But you can find that video of him screaming for like 3 minutes. But he's a Super Saiyan, dude. We yeah, he's
Super
a
sick. It's going to be amazing. It's gonna be amazing next year. We got Lantern, Supergirl, Spider-Man, Dune 3, Avengers, Doomsday.
yeah.
What a year! Oh, that's
Not
crazy.
including the Punisher special. Don't forget about the shows that are gonna come out.
Oh,
I
man.
cannot wait,
Punisher
bro.
special.
Bro, when Law and Order comes back, dude, I'm watching the hell out of that, bro.
Eh,
Well, you're locked into Law and
Bro,
Order
what the hell?
now.
I watch
Dang.
everything, bro. Oh yeah, Superman.
well,
I watched that. Superman's
so
dope.
Spike, Did you
What's
see Ironheart?
Did you?
Yes.
Did you like?
Yeah,
What do you think of
yeah,
Ironheart?
Superman. I thought Ironheart's important if they weren't gonna scrap the younger
How about
the Young
Mephisto?
Avengers.
You like see Mephisto? You like the casting?
That's
for
another
Mephisto?
thing I was right about. Yes, I told you Sacha Baron Cohen was Mephisto. I said it first. Like, we'll see. We don't know. Dormammu, blah, 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 blah. Like, no, bro. Like, share, subscribe.
He was so good too. Oh my god, I loved him.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
loved him. This is my favorite part about the whole
exactly.
show.
It was one of the best parts. Besides the fight between Ironheart and Parker.
The hood.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the hood.
I like
Yeah.
that fight. That fight was dope. I was like, oh, okay. That was like Ironheart was equivalent in my book to Captain America Brave New World. Like the beginning, I was like, it was a hard watch. I'm not gonna lie. But then once you got down to like the last, I don't know, 45 minutes
For sure, retroactive.
of the last episode, I'd say that's like the equivalent of like Hulk versus Captain America. It wasn't really like, but it was watchable.
Yeah, I disagree on that one. But
Yeah,
I actually liked
I didn't
Ironheart,
like Brave New World.
surprisingly. You know,
Oh,
I
okay.
thought Ironheart actually had some heart, personally. Like it felt like it actually
enough.
had emotion in it, which I feel like the
Good.
MCU has been devoid of since
Oh, Kevin
I
said
don't even
something.
know when, bro.
Chat.
You know what I mean? Like, what's the last movie that actually made you feel anything in the MCU? Like Guardians 2, maybe, I guess, if you like the Yondu part. I guess Infinity War, right? If you're into that, right? But
Yeah.
that's part of why I like Fantastic Four as well, is because I feel Superman is a better superhero movie, but Fantastic Four is kind of a better like movie in a classical sense of like it.
Yeah, and it just
Yeah.
feels like a classic.
Right.
I think of it like it's a great superhero genre, like drama
If it
film.
wasn't
Kind of has that drama.
for
I'd
the
say-
AI story in Ironheart, where it's like about somebody she actually cares about being a part of her life in an unhealthy way, like her relationship with her brother, like or her father, right? Oh
Yeah.
my god! Like when she finally gets the freaking thing and it falls on her head, and you know, Iron Head, where that comes from, and I thought that was well done. I thought that was
Yeah.
like cute. I liked it, you know.
Spike, did you watch Eyes of Wakanda yet?
Yes.
What'd you think? I haven't seen it yet.
It's honestly, it's good. That's why it got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes when it debuted. It's good. It has a linear story that connects when you don't think it's going to. And it's in 4 episodes and it's dropped at the same time. And it does things to the sacred timeline that people haven't even really processed yet. Like, why is no one talking about how we have a version of Iron Fist? And also another thing, because I'm not going to spoil it for you until you watch it. Did you guys watch it?
No, but we'll watch it later.
Oh,
sure.
okay. Well, yeah, when you get a time to, when you watch one episode, I won't tell you which one. Yeah, it does something to the timeline that like you're like, oh snap, because of Black Panther, which is really interesting
Oh
because
yeah.
we're gonna have a couple, like, it's weird. It's just once it connects and brings back to things, it's kind of like Mephisto, right? So he showed up for a little bit. He starts saying things and he gives us a little more context to things about deals and whoop de whoop whatever. But that's also the same thing with Agatha too. And the thing about it is like no Young Avengers, right? But then we can have the supernatural side of things being like, I don't know, the Midnight Suns movie. Like if we're not gonna have the Young Avengers,
Yeah.
we throw the rest of the supporting cast with a new movie, a new twist.
Right.
Same thing, because in like what No Way Home, it was supposed to be Mephisto in the place of Doctor Strange for the spell, and then we get
Right.
a whole different movie.
Right.
So
Which,
now,
why MCU? Why?
right, but now we're in completely new territory, you know.
Right.
So, but that's what I think is going to happen. Like that's why they scrapped it so they could use it, because Jason Statham was attached to the project, which I found was like funny as hell.
What was Statham attached
The
to?
Young Avengers project, bro.
What? Why is he going to be in
It was,
that?
I don't know. It was an undisclosed role, but this was when they were getting the movie together. This was like maybe 2 years ago, a year and a half, 2 years ago, something like that. I got the
Yeah.
post with the thing from Deadline. Like, so
Oh, you thought Agatha was trash?
I could only
Yeah.
watch the first 2 episodes of Agatha, but it was kind of better than I thought it was gonna be, because I thought it was gonna be really bad. And I don't know. Did you guys finish it? Did you like it at all?
I finished. There's things I liked about it, but it wasn't great.
Yeah.
I watched everything, all of it. I'm finishing Hellstrom. That is the last Marvel show I have not watched, bro. I've checked out literally
Um,
everything
have you
from
watched the newest Spider-Man cartoon?
like your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You want pictures for season 2, like Gwen Stacy and stuff, or no?
Oh my God, too cool, dude. I like that. I like the twist they
You-
did in that show. I like what they did with Harry.
Yeah, it was a good
The
show. I
time
liked it.
travel aspect of it was cool.
Oh yeah,
Like,
I really like that. That was a cool
yeah,
twist.
but oh my gosh, dude, when you watch Eyes of Wakanda, you'll understand the animated universe because of like Captain Carter being a firmament and like the new type of multiverse that we're in. Because what if season 3 is like the effects of what Loki did when he connected the fucking shit? Because it started when they bridged the fucking multiverse, right?
Right.
When Peter Parker opened it and fucking Infinity Ultron came through, that's pretty much what started it. And Wanda going through and going crazy, and then Sylvie killing Kang, like that shit happened all simultaneously, bro.
Right.
Yeah. John Jones says, I haven't watched any of the TV shows other than WandaVision. Not even gonna lie, I gotta catch up.
Hey, bro, yeah, for sure, you do.
Yeah, it's a lot of shows.
Yeah,
Retrolad wants to know if you know who Sadie Sink is in Spider-Man.
she's gonna be I do. Per reports, she's gonna be a new character that's a mix between two other characters. I'll go back and check who they are, but yeah, she's gonna have like,
Well, I know the main one. The main one is it's Carly Cooper and then someone
yeah,
else.
it's Carly
So-
Cooper and someone else because she's a redhead too, so it makes sense. Like, I guess.
Yeah, because Carly Cooper is going to be basically, from what I understand, she's a forensic scientist, and so they kind of connect that with her kind of falling for Peter, and like it's going to be interesting.
Hey, wait a minute. So I'm just clicked in my head. So Marvel recently, I just said Marvel, like not Sony, right? Marvel's making an animated like thing about Venom and Spider-Woman, right?
Yeah,
Okay, that's Marvel Studios, if I'm correct, right? And then Sadie Sink is going to be a new version of a character, but we haven't actually had an MCU Spider-Woman yet, right?
yeah.
So
Ah.
what if they bring that out, and then if they're working on a Venom anime, I mean, but it could be for like your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. I don't know. There's a lot they could do.
Oh yeah.
That's a
There's
possibility,
a
though.
lot they could do, dude.
Yeah, that's a possibility though.
It's almost endless what they could do, and it's like you just like you're saying, like Midnight Suns, like that could be an option. I mean, Young Avengers isn't going to be a thing, I guess. I haven't. Is that something they've been saying recently? I don't even know.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
what
what
does
is
that
this?
mean?
What's the
New
new
Avengers? What about new Avengers? You know what I mean? Like they
They're
could,
they're gonna play off things. I mean, if you guys want to talk Doomsday, I've been busy. I've been boy, I've been busy.
I
Oh
mean,
my
yeah,
god.
What
I'd
you
love to
been
hear whatever
busy?
you got, man.
Yeah, what you got, man? What's the scoops?
Okay, so I'm not because I know, but I'm not gonna. All right, I know,
Spill the
but I
tea, bro.
no,
Spill the
I
tea.
promise.
Go for
I
it.
promise to keep my mouth shut about certain things, so that's what I'm gonna do. But I am gonna tell everybody that this is how the events line up if you watch them in this order. So for the multiverse saga, I kind of the post credit scenes, right? Like it's gonna sound weird because you got Eternals in there, right? And it's like, what the fuck do you mean about explaining the beacon and all this other stuff? Okay. So if we go back and we look at what Wanda did, because I'm looking at this damn book, and then I'm just sitting here watching these things, and then I'm like, yo, oh snap, holy shit, they're talking about this. Like it's not just that. You're like when you see it in order, you're like, God damn, bro. From when Loki connected the thing, and then you listen to like
Right.
Kang talking. Well, now I can talk about it because Fantastic Four is like out and we're good. So Reed Richards says, first of all, the scene that I think I know why they took out the scene where Reed says, I stretched the bounds of space and they heard. I think I know why they took that out because that's like something else. Because for some, like he talks about Galactus and his cosmic being and how he comes from a universe that predates ours, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. And if you've watched my YouTube channel and checked it out, and if you haven't, you probably should. But I talk about firmaments and I talk about like, cosmic beings and all this stuff, and Galactus is cosmic opposite, XYZ, whatever. But also Galactus is, we'll call it his continuity, right? Is basically that he comes from a universe that's preluded, that's before. And Reed Richards confirmed that, literally saying it in the movie. Like he predates our universe. He comes from millions of thousands of years before this universe.
Did you say they took that line out?
And not the one I just said, but the one where he said, I stretched the bounds of space and they heard.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think
Oh,
they took it out because that's something that was like supposed to lead into like Doomsday and give us some context. But I think because of like the script and how the movie was, I think it was leading into something else,
huh.
Oh,
which
they
is
took it
interesting.
out.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Retro Lad said Dark Avengers and Secret Wars. I mean, I could totally see Dark Avengers happening just because Sentry has already been
Yeah.
introduced, and I feel that's a huge point of Dark Avengers, right?
Yeah, but depends on before we even get to Secret Wars, because Secret Wars is going to be about like jumping from like worlds. It's going to be like a
Yeah,
battle
Battle
world
Worlds.
type
Yeah,
film. Yeah. So that's going to be insane in itself because and then you have projects in between that.
right. And then, I mean,
So,
how long can you stretch that out for, too, is what I was thinking. Now you have the Battle Worlds landscape and you can do whatever you want with it. Like you could literally you could do Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire. You could do Spider-Man 3 with Andrew Garfield. Just because it's part of the battle, like you could bring anything in any kind of way almost that you wanted
okay,
to.
so hold on. I'm sorry, because we're talking about Doomsday and like because I know what I know, but I can't say what I know.
Right.
Um, What I am gonna say is that I would definitely watch it like this. I'd watch the Fantastic Four first, and then like the post-credit scene for the Fantastic Four first, and then watch the post-credit scene for Thunderbolts: The New Avengers, and you'll get the basically opening of Avengers Doomsday. And then
Yeah,
if you
I
want
have
to,
a video about that. Yeah. Can put it
yeah,
out
so
today.
and then without any context though. That's the thing, without any context. Like you don't
I
have
mean,
context.
that's just saying Doctor Doom shows up and the Fantastic Four show up in a ship.
That's pretty much what that is, right?
I mean,
Without saying it, I mean, I guess you
right, but
could.
that's so vague. Like that means next to nothing. You know what I mean? Like,
Right, and
uh,
that's what we got. But then
yeah.
we also have this signal which is sent, and they're gonna definitely play off of that with Shang-Chi, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I still haven't watched that. That's one of
Oh,
the
that
things
Shang
I
movie's
haven't.
wait,
amazing.
you haven't watched Legends of the Ten
I have
Rings?
not, dude. I have
Wait, I got
not.
a question. I got a serious question. Hold on, I gotta find it real quick.
There's a
Let me
couple I
just
missed. I never saw Black Widow or Shang-Chi.
just hold on. Do you like sensu beans?
Yeah, dude.
So you
Well,
know where sensu beans come from?
yeah.
Like for real, where do they come from?
Oh, real sensu beans?
No, just
Not
like
Dragon Ball
these.
Z?
Yes, exactly.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah.
you're gonna love Shang-Chi.
Oh, just because of Dragon Ball, just martial arts in general.
No, because they make a Dragon Ball reference and it looks like he does a Kamehameha when he's fighting a dragon.
Oh,
Now, if
really?
that is
Yep.
not like, bro,
Dude, it
and then
goes full anime. It goes full
bro,
anime. You'll love it.
Aquafina tells him you did some Kamehameha stuff. It was so amazing. Like you're so awesome. And he
Yeah,
was like, what? Like it's a good movie. It's a good movie.
yeah.
I love it.
No,
Yeah.
I need to watch it. I still want to watch a bunch of stuff I haven't, but there's just a few things that have fallen through the cracks, like Agatha or Black Widow or Shang-Chi. I still haven't watched those, so.
All right, I'm gonna tell you how to watch Agatha. You watch the first episode. You watch there's 6 episodes, right?
Yeah.
You watch the first, the fifth, and the sixth.
I almost feel that way about Loki season 2.
No,
Where
go
it's
watch Loki season 2 all the way from the beginning,
yeah,
bro.
I
Yes.
don't know. It was like
Go watch.
literally you can actually skip all the way to the finale and it literally just tells you that the entire season was a waste of time
Retrod
because
wants to know if you.
they just
oh, sorry, not to cut you off. Go ahead.
sorry.
Please.
It's just like the season 2 of Loki is literally him trying the same thing over and over and over and over and over until finally he gets it right at the end.
Yeah.
You know what
Okay,
I mean?
yeah, but that's only because you got it spoiled for you.
Not even. That's me watching it.
Okay, well, but what
I was
episode are you on?
I've finished it.
Okay, so you finish it like
Yeah.
I don't know. In my opinion, because he goes through the hero's journey, that's very important for his character development, so you understand why.
Sure.
Because you know
A character that then got canceled.
Yeah.
he got canceled.
A character that they then no longer wanted in the MCU. Yeah, Kang, bro. Jonathan.
No, Loki season 2 wasn't necessarily about Kang though.
But he was the
Uh,
guy. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Like,
okay, hold on. But this is damn, dude. So once you see Avengers Doomsday, like the Citadel, bro, once you get that scene, I promise you're gonna be like, I get it now.
what do you
Like,
mean
cause
though? You're talking about a scene that isn't.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Citadel? What do you know?
You've seen a scene of Doomsday, is what you're saying?
no, how can I see a scene that they're still filming?
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
right? That doesn't make sense, but it
So
doesn't
then
mean
what
I
are you
can't.
referencing?
I'm referencing how, okay, so the throne that Loki sits on, right?
Yeah,
That's in the Citadel. That's the place
Yep.
where the He Who Remains is. So once Doom gets to the Citadel,
right.
that's
All
where
right,
it's all
sounds
gonna make
good.
sense.
Great, Aries. Thanks for being here, bro.
Oh,
I
see you
mean,
later, man. Appreciate you.
I still don't think that changes anything about season 2 of Loki. But
Retrolad wants to know. Retrolad wants to know. So has Doom taken Franklin? Will Doom use Franklin?
I don't know. We haven't seen it on screen yet, so
But you say you know things. You don't.
I'm not gonna spoil it for like the general audience. You know, I can't do that. I'm gonna get canceled, bro. It already happened to me one time. I'm
How'd you get
scared.
canceled? Who canceled you?
What do you? I don't know who canceled me, but I got a whole bunch of DCMA warnings and stuff, dude. And it wasn't
ooh,
even. Yeah, and it wasn't. I don't. And you know, I don't post like I barely swear like when I'm like posting these things, and I try to treat everyone accordingly. So this dude literally went on my profile and told me to go kill myself and a whole bunch of other stuff, dude. Like unalive myself, however you want to say it. I'm sorry, but he did, and a whole bunch of other people. And then all these people are starting to say these things, and I'm sitting. It does not affect me. Bring it on. I love it. I'm wearing a Deadpool suit. Okay, bear with me. But
Dang.
like that doesn't mean I want to see it all the time. Like y'all people got to remember, like these people got lives, and I deal with a whole bunch of other people's things that you guys don't know about, just like everybody else. So if you don't want
Yeah.
that said about you, or you don't want somebody treating you that way, why would you post that and or put that out there and expect to be
yeah.
treated differently?
I
And
don't know why
that's
Unfortunately,
people are doing that to you.
that's just the way it is now. And
I
it's
might
like,
not, bro. Like, hold on. I'll be done in like a second. Like, dude, I might not be like 12 years old, and I might not live with my mom, and my girlfriend cheated on me with my best friend, but I'm still cool with him because we, after school, we go off and we run it and like, you know what I'm saying? Like for real, like. No, bro, what the hell is going on? Leave me alone. Like, I just posted shit. That's me,
Retrolad
though.
says Disney put him on PG-13 on Instagram.
Oh my gosh.
He's just gone. he can't. He can't even handle it.
He went to Disney. I go to Disney. That's how it works. But anyway, what were you going to say before I rudely interrupted myself?
Oh, what did we say? We were talking about I think Franklin, and you said you started going on your tangent about
Hold
how
on.
people.
Hold on. I got it. Hold on. I got it. I got to see that. Give me a second. Yeah, this is my room. Yep. Hello. Anyway, give me a second.
nice. Full
Nice.
screen it, Joe.
Full screen it. Let me see what I can do. I can't zoom in on his picture though. I can do the. Oh, I can do that, but that's about it.
Oh, I think it was just talking about season 2 of Loki is the last thing we were just
Okay.
saying. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what
Oh crap! That's what I want. It's
I was
Oh,
just,
yeah, seasons.
I just think they could have done told the things they wanted to tell in a different way without making it feel like, sure, it's the hero's journey, but it's just something about time travel stories sometimes where it's like we're going back and we're doing the same thing over and over. That just feels like a giant waste of a story. I don't know.
Well, oh, dude, no. Because what if Loki just pops up somewhere? You'll know why and how he does it. What about the universe when it starts to split? That's like Cassandra when she freaking grabbed the
I
TVA's
think there's
device.
a way to get Loki there without 5 episodes of doing the same plot over and over, essentially, with adding in
Well,
little details here and there that make it different along the way. You know what I mean?
I yeah, I
Groundhog
mean,
Day. It's essentially Groundhog Day, the show.
okay,
You know what
I
I mean?
guess, but like, I mean, we got Mobius story, and we kind of touched up on that. We got Obi's good. B15. We got like a little bit more of that.
Sure. Yeah, no. And those are the parts of everything that, are enjoyable. I think it's just the main thing that gets frustrating.
Oh,
I get frustrated with
fair enough.
the
Fair enough.
multiverse in the same way. Like, I
Okay.
think Spider-Verse is great, right? But like, part of me is like Spider-Verse 2, like almost is like, well, everything that just happened inside of the multiverse and this like crazy journey we just went on, it doesn't really matter at all in context to the reality that we live in, which is cool in a way. You know what I mean? But in another way, like I kind of wish it actually affects in the universe we're in going forward. You
Oh,
know what I mean?
buddy. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Secret Wars. Secret Wars. I'll give you something else. So you want to hear confirmed characters for Secret Wars? Who do you think they are? Besides, like, what we have on the MCU side.
Well, I was saying Spider-Verse, but
Well, yeah, also Spider-Verse too, maybe. I don't know. I haven't really heard anything about that, but what I can tell you is then this is pretty dope, which can give us a little bit more understanding. They are gonna bring a live action of Kahori and yeah, Captain Carter. So
yeah,
yeah, but Kahori will be dope, and I think Birdie. I heard Birdie.
Captain
So
Carter's probably going to be like the most hated
no,
MCU character ever, dude. I don't know.
well, I don't know because it's about her role, character or not. Whether you like the characters or not, it's about the role they play for building the bigger story, right? And Captain
Right.
Carter's a firmament right now, so that's the way she comes back in Secret Wars when we cross the bridge from like, separated live action universe to I don't know, animated multiverse interacting with live action universe, like how the Spider Verse played with it.
Right. It's just
So,
she's a terrible character. So, I'll stand by that.
uh,
I'll
yeah, I
stand by that.
mean,
Oh,
that
let's just
man.
make Captain America a woman. That's really creative. Like I don't know. It's like,
I mean,
maybe.
there's a female every character, so they were. I
Pretty
mean,
much, but like they have history already. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just think
that's
it's
why the history was changed. See, that's what happens when you do Flashpoint. Yep.
well, that's a whole other story. That's not even Marvel, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
You know what I mean? But
Yep.
I mean everybody's entitled to like whatever they like. So
Yeah.
I just
I mean, I don't.
I like my classic Cap. That's my thing. So
Yeah, and there's nothing. Classic Cap's dope, and there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody's entitled to like who they like, right? And
sure.
be who you are.
Oh, Retro wants to know if you're gonna post things about the DCU and mix with MCU stuff.
N- no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna stick to MCU.
What?
Yeah. No, that makes
Yeah.
sense though, man.
That's a lot. Like I love the DCU. Like it's starting off good, you know what I mean? And we got Peacemaker season 2 coming out. Like I know all of it. But I don't know. Just I don't want to post about it. A lot of work, a lot of things to fish through. That's a
Yeah,
whole
you're
other community.
you're doubling up your workload at that point. Like
Yeah, that's true. It
Right.
makes it tough. Yeah.
Yeah, because then I have to go back and look at all because I read the Marvel Encyclopedia volumes like 1, 2, and 3. Okay. We can talk comics and then also the timeline book, and then I gotta read the next one that's gonna come out, and then watching this stuff and then just knowing the lore about the comics, like, dude, DC is like double that.
will Deadpool be in Avengers? Do you know?
Like Avengers Doomsday.
Yeah, anything.
Yeah, 100%. He might not have his own movie anytime soon, but it doesn't mean he's not going to be in like Avengers Doomsday. If they go
Now
to
they must have to PG-13 him down
why?
because they're not going to make the movie rated R just because Deadpool makes a cameo.
I mean, just yeah, obviously just have Deadpool maybe not like swear and be derogatory or
Yeah,
something, or if
PG-13 him down. You know what I
I
mean?
mean, or they well even on PG-13 you can have like 1 or 2 swears. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
save him just for Deadpool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. Like you can't be
Yeah,
mad
it
at
does.
that.
It does.
And then you give one to Deadpool and you give one to Wolverine just
Yep.
for the hell of it.
Literally.
And the Wolverines before he goes crazy is let's fucking go, and then he just fucks shit up. Like, excuse my language. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
It's the me. Okay, it's the me and me. I'm sorry.
No,
But-
but you're
Me
good.
and me.
Yeah, no, but like, and then you give one to Deadpool when he like is in Thor's arms before he like blows up.
I
Yep,
mean, we
that's
do
that.
know that She-Hulk's
in
going to be
Thor's
in
arms
Doomsday,
before he
so-
blows up. What, do you know something? Is that a total
Well,
guess?
Everybody's like, "Will Deadpool be in Avengers Doomsday?" I mean, dude, like, we need to know why Thor was crying.
I don't
Hello?
even. What do you? When is Thor crying? What?
What do you mean, Thor's in Deadpool and Wolverine?
Yeah.
Oh, I need to rewatch that. To be
He
honest.
said, "Why is Thor crying?" And he said, "Oh, that's supposed to happen in the near future. You're not supposed to know about that." Click, click, click. That's what he said. That's what he did. That it is in the canon. It's going to happen. Okay.
Oh.
They're in the TVA. They're just in a separate floor or separate thing of the TVA, but they're still in the freaking TVA, bro. Like,
Yeah.
he might be on his Earth, but if Gambit's in the movie, how the hell is Gambit supposed to get into the MCU? Well, he's already in the MCU, but you know what I mean, from like the
I'll
Void.
definitely watch Wednesday Retrohead.
Yeah, anybody
Wednesdays.
watching Wednesday tomorrow or Alien Earth next week?
Yeah, I'm gonna be watching it with my ball and chain.
Wednesday?
Ball and chain, dang.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it on Wednesday. I'm gonna be in jail on Wednesday with my wife.
You're
So,
going
yeah.
to be in jail, dang.
Yeah.
How about Alien Earth though? Come on.
I don't know. I don't have FX, so I don't know if I can watch it.
Yeah, I gotta see. It's on Hulu, I guess. Then, right? Yeah.
Oh, it's on Hulu. Then yeah, I can watch it. I might watch it if I'm bored. I've been catching
Yeah.
up on my anime.
I don't have
So
Hulu, so I don't
yeah.
know. But
No,
Alien
wait.
Earth, that seems cool. Like, I want to
Wait,
watch
do you
that.
have Disney Plus?
Yeah. Oh, sure.
Yeah, then I think because there's a tab on Disney Plus for
Oh,
Hulu.
you're right. Actually, yeah, I think I do have my Hulu connected to my Disney.
You
Yeah.
should because they're owned by the same company. I think Hulu is a sub company of Disney Plus.
Yeah, everybody
definitely
owns somebody, man. It's crazy. It's
The
Definitely
hell?
been
No one
watching
owns
everything.
me. You said what?
no one owns me.
No one owns it. He says as he keeps getting canceled.
I just it happened on 2 platforms, literally, okay?
And you're wearing a costume that somebody else created of an IP character.
Well, technically I'm wearing the costume, so now it's my character. Because I don't have a
Oh,
belt on
your
and there's no
version.
represent.
It's your version.
Yeah, there you go. It's my version of the character. We can't say the V word, and I'm not talking about variant. I mean virgin. Because I'm not a virgin.
Dang,
Yep,
you
I'm
can't say
not.
that
I'm not
one,
a
huh?
virgin. Yep, can't say that because I'm not it.
I would hope with the wife and everything, you know.
Yep. Sometimes she's the husband. Don't let her fool me. Or yeah.
Did you say sometimes she's the husband? Dang.
Yeah, man. What the hell?
Lady
Yes.
Deadpool.
No, just lady, okay? Because the Mrs. and then my first name gets said, and it's like I'm in court. It's like an episode of Judge Judy, except for I'm the gavel. Like it's crazy because she hits me. I'm just kidding. She doesn't hit me.
So,
Retro
Spike,
says that would. Yeah, go ahead.
What?
Ask him, Luke.
what are you most excited for right now?
As far as MCU projects,
Yeah, or anything in general. I mean, you can go beyond that if you want.
The Great Beyond. Well, I mean, I want to watch. I wish they would come back with Black Clover and finish that, but they're not. I'm watching this anime. I've been watching The Lord of Mysteries. That anime is insane. Like, have y'all watched it?
No.
Yeah, it's a Chinese anime. I was talking to my cousin about it, and it's trippy because the dude he like it starts off with okay a murder, right? So his family gets murdered. The police are investigating. They walk in, and then when they walk in, they see that like there's bodies everywhere, and they look on the table. They see a gun, and they're picking it up, and they're like, "This is crazy." They pick up a book. The book opens, trips out, and the guy like his the eye does this, and it zooms into his eye, right? And then you're
Yeah.
in this world with this other character and he's speaking Chinese. So he's like, no offense to anybody out there. You know what I'm saying? I like Panda Express. But, and then so he's talking and then you see this card. It's a tarot card and it's like a big image. And then it turns out it's the fool. And then for some reason, this guy wakes up and he's at his desk and he's got the same journal in his hand and the gun is there. And like, he was like, oh my God, something happened. And then the police come in. No, his sister comes in. So you're like, what? And she's like, "Oh, you have to get ready," and da 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 da. Right? So he hides the gun in the drawer, and then he goes to school and he thinks about what happened. So then apparently his parents really did die, and he did shoot himself to unalive himself. But then he didn't unalive himself. So then he's like walking and doing a whole bunch of other stuff or something like that. And then the
Huh.
police investigate and they interrogate him, and then he ends up telling them, right? So then they're like, "Oh, okay. Well, let me show you something." And then before they show him something, he like passes out and he wakes up and he's back again in his damn room. Bro, this is episode 1 in the first like 20 minutes. I am hella confused. Okay.
And are the police dead now?
No, the police have powers and then apparently they hire him and they tell him like we know your secret, right? We know
It
that you're
sounds
this
cool,
dude.
man.
Yeah,
It
it's
sounds
really
like Yu Yu
trippy.
Hakusho a little bit.
No,
Like-
Yu Yu Hakusho at least makes sense. This makes sense. You end up finding out that the dude's like in a bloodline heritage to search for this book that he had that revealed the secret of some demon thing, but they killed his family, right? But he can't tell the police that he remembers that he killed himself to get the book to perform the ritual. So he has to
Huh.
pretend he's still searching for it. So they find it and he gives it to them, and then he's like, I can't tell them what I know. But it's like he gave them the book, like
Yeah. What's it
Chinese
called
anime.
again?
It's called The Lord of Mysteries.
Okay, is that on Crunchyroll?
Hell yeah.
All right, nice.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
What
Yeah, it's a
about,
crazy story.
so what
what?
about MCU wise?
MCU, I mean, honestly, I want to see Vision. That Vision series is going to be good for, I
Sure.
think, the the Department of Damage Control. That's me. And Wonder Man. I want to see what they're gonna do with that.
You think Wonder Man will be good?
I don't know. I think it'll be interesting because we don't have any marketing for Wonder Man right now. I mean, it's coming
I
out in
didn't even know
December.
that was a
Yeah.
thing. Were you getting a Wonder Man movie?
No, 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 no. I'm talking about as far as like a TV show, Vision and Wonder Man.
Oh, Wonder Man's getting a show. Okay.
Yeah, Wonder Man is a show.
Huh.
And then we got Marvel Zombies coming.
Oh,
So that's pretty
animated?
dope. Yep.
Okay. Cool. That'll be awesome.
Mhm.
An actual
Yeah.
movie or a show?
No, it's gonna be a show. I think it's gonna be like
Okay.
6 episodes. We're
That's
gonna get
cool.
like
I kind of wish they
Moon
did
Knight
movies.
Blade. Well, for the animated ones.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Well, recently they talked about an idea, I guess, that was thrown around. Somebody asked the Jeff Schaefer, however you say his name. They asked
Yeah,
him about an animated X-Men movie, and he said he's all for the idea. So,
that'd be
Oh,
amazing.
that's good. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
that's
I know
awesome.
people
So,
love that show being brought back, 97.
oh
But
yeah.
I've only seen a few episodes. It's another thing I need to watch. There's a few things on my list.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that's
So
one
what
of
else
them.
haven't you seen besides that?
I guess the Sony movies, if they really count. I did see Madam Web, not Craven or Morbius though.
I love
Oh,
how he
okay, okay.
says. I love how he says, "No woman puts me on lock." Retro
Didn't you just get engaged, Retro Lad?
and then he says, if we do a MCU marathon, we need Spike in the commentary.
Oh my God, don't even, bro. I'll just start saying random things. These things just pop in my head. I can't help it, dude. Like, after watching Deadpool and Wolverine like 20 times, dude, I swear to God, that song that Madonna is talking about, and my wife tells me differently, but I told her, I'm pretty sure it's about her, like, pleasuring a man and giving him a blowjob. Like, I'm pretty damn sure. She says when she's down on her knees, she can feel your prayer or something like that. I'm pretty sure she's taught like that, and it's Madonna. Like, am I like, you know what I'm saying? Can you see it?
Yeah, oh yeah. Madonna was very provocative back in the day.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
exactly. It's like the same thing where it's like, who was the one that said, "Take me to New York. I want to see LA."
Was that Hey There Delilah or something?
No, okay. First of all, that's a completely different genre. Hair There Delilah is about like a dude with a guitar, okay, so yeah, that's that one, and he's of the milk complexion, kind of similar to my case. But like the other dude is like that's part of that song that I'm talking about is more of the like, yo, what's up, bro? You know what I'm saying? So like, because that was a song by Kanye. The one you're talking about is like, "Hey there, Delilah, what's it like in
Oh
New
yeah,
York
sure.
City?"
I don't know. Yeah.
I'm thinking
Could be
Kanye. It's
anything.
by Bro, no, it's by Kanye. I'm pretty sure it's by "Take Me to New York. I want to see LA."
Oh no, that's not Kanye.
Who is that?
It's somebody, but yeah. I don't know.
American
It's like
boy.
It's like it's definitely not
boy.
Kanye.
No, definitely not Kanye. That's
I'm
like
pretty sure. Okay, well, whoever it is, anyway, that the whole line of it is stupid. You see what I'm talking about? Gosh.
sure.
I don't know. I went off on a
That's so
tangent. I'm
funny.
sorry.
It's all right.
It happens.
Did you play Spider-Man games?
Hell yeah, I played them both. I got my Spider-Man PS5 right up there.
Oh, really? Hell yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the black one?
Yeah, the Venom
Oh.
edition.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Hell yeah, I beat the hell out of that game. I beat the
Oh,
hell
yeah.
out of that.
Same.
I love that game.
I 100%ed that game in like 2 days. I didn't even go to sleep. I was just like,
Yeah.
yo, let's go. Spider-Man suit stream.
Yeah, man, you can't beat it.
It was fun. But I gotta say, I think the first game was harder. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
The side content in 2 is a little lacking, chasing around the holographic bees, riding the bikes around the city. It was like,
It's
where's
because,
that?
dude, it's all because of the stupid ass hackers, okay? I shared the videos too, but the hackers ruined it because they fucked up Wolverine, which they had to push back production for, and then they fucked up that Spider-Verse multiplayer game we were gonna get. If they,
Oh, yeah.
bro, that if we had that game, I swear it would have been bigger than Fortnite, bro. I
Dude, that
promise
game
you.
would have been huge. So long as it played well, unlike,
Yes.
Avengers or Gotham Knights. Oh my
Oh
God.
my God.
Dude, Gotham Knights is a nightmare.
I know,
Like-
and I was so hyped for that game. If they just kept the
Same.
same, bro, if they kept the Arkham combat, you would have been good.
I know, but they made it all online based. That was the problem, Like they
Yeah.
wanted it to be online and you could play with a friend, but it slowed down the combat the same way Avengers was. You know,
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
so
that
you
makes
couldn't get
sense.
that crisp, like nice reaction you would get in Arkham. But I noticed I played the game so much when it came out. At one point, I'm like sitting there with my roommate, and I'm like, dude, like this game is so bad that when you drive the Bat Cycle, like it's
Mm.
Nightwing, you don't move. Like the rest of the world moves underneath you. Like when you look at the screen enough, you're just like, oh shit, like no, literally the entire map is moving underneath me. I'm not actually moving. Like just the way
Right.
the whole game is designed is so lacking, man, compared to like the way those Arkham games were made. Or
Yeah, it's clunky. I don't know that's the best way to
oh,
describe it.
clunky is the best word for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
no. So I almost feel like it might be a blessing in disguise with that Spider-Verse game. Like if it ended up anything like that, everyone would have shat on it so much, you know?
yeah,
Like
that's true.
yeah, so I don't know. I just think they haven't got it down quite yet when it comes to the um co-op online action beat 'em up games, you know?
Dude, just give me hold on, I'll do you one better. Just okay, like screw all that. Work on Spider-Man 3, but just do a co-op where one can be Miles and one can be Spider-Man.
That's what
That's
I
all
thought
you
2 was gonna be, man. I really did.
right?
I
Dude, I would have
really
been
did.
so like that would have made the game so you could play that
Yep.
forever.
Oh,
You could that's like
dude,
Grand Theft Auto Spider-Man. Like that's
you
it.
yep, you would have improved on the first game. The second would have been a huge success. 3 would already
McKenna's
be
here
getting made.
now.
I think they ditched
Yeah.
3, dude. I don't think they're making a 3.
Bro, they are stupid. That is a missed opportunity, bro. I'll make 3 if they don't, dude. It's really easy
Yeah.
with Unreal Engine 5 and a couple creators.
Right now people are really questioning about Wolverine and the other
Yeah,
game they're making there. What's the other
Really?
one? I
Kenna is
forget.
here now.
Yeah.
Hello, McKenna.
What's going
Hello.
on?
I
How
just
am I doing?
I'm doing good. I just got back from watching Fantastic Four.
How was it?
Oh,
I really liked it. I
I thought
really
you were gonna.
liked it. To be honest, okay. Yeah, I really liked it. I'm kind of feeling the same way that I felt about Superman, where I'm a little like just kind of impressed of how good it is. That I don't really have anything negative to say except for like nitpicky things.
Sure.
But
So go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna say that it actually did make me cry a little bit, and I really loved how the story. I love that it was proven wrong of my doubts that I used to have about the film before it came out, and that again I was just pleasantly surprised, and I really loved it. We don't have to go in super depth, but because I don't want to.
No, I'm right there with you. Honestly, like movie made me cry a little bit just because it was a
Yeah.
story of like family. It
Mhm.
nailed family, and just the power of mother's love for her child is
Mhm.
like number one. How do you top that? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and they really nailed that at the end of that movie, and then with how it goes down with Sue after that, and then Franklin, like
I
that,
loved Franklin,
so good.
and I loved Herbie. I loved. I do agree with like. I know that you guys have talked about it before. Of like, Ben doesn't get a lot of screen time, but even when he's on screen, I still thought he was good. I think that was simply because they kind of focused on Johnny more
Yeah,
compared to.
Yeah, they
Which
did.
to be honest, I think that's a good change because I feel like from my memory, again, I haven't watched those films in a long time, but my memory of the previous Fantastic Four films, Johnny also didn't really get a lot of screen time, and like he kind of felt unimportant to the team. But then he proves himself in this movie that he obviously they can't be a team without him or
right.
either of them. They
I
all
like that.
family.
Yeah, I like that take a lot actually.
mm-hmm.
My buddy who saw it, who I saw Superman with, I was like, "So what'd you think?" And he was like, "It was all right." Like Galactus just kind of walked, and
I thought Galactus was really good in
I
this.
I like him character wise, but when it comes to actually the fight at the end of the movie, I can't deny that he has a point. You know what I mean? Like, and you
But
just watched it, but
I
you know,
I think with here's my defense on for Galactus is that I feel like if we got to see him act like this Godzilla, just smashing everything in his sight, is not very in character of him, because yes, he's the eater of worlds, but he has, some sort of style to him, right?
Oh
He's
yeah,
not
for sure.
he's not just like this mindless monster, and he was truly only after
Franklin.
one baby.
Right.
So him having to like do a bunch of extra stuff would just be unnecessary for his goal.
But I do think when it comes to like, she's just pushing him back and he
Yeah.
doesn't do anything about it.
That is true. He could
know
have
what I mean?
put up more of a fight towards her. I do agree with that, but
And like my other thing too that I noticed is just like, so like Spike was saying earlier today, he comes from a universe that preludes ours. And even in the comics, like you get backstory of Galactus as like a man. What? Oh, restarting my camera. You get him as like a man before he became Galactus, all this stuff. And oh wow, I guess my camera disconnected. And it just makes me be like, I feel like he'd be smarter than to be like, oh, hey, there's a baby in the middle of all these giant rays in the middle of the city that's set up very specifically. Let me go get it. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like he should be a bit more, savvy when it comes to maybe that, like he.
yeah, that. But I still think it wasn't in the way that they were trying to put all so much in this movie, with a lot of different things going on. I think when I think of I was talking with this about my dad. I asked him the question. I said, well, which one do you like more, Superman or Fantastic Four? Because that's kind of the biggest question going on right now.
Right.
And he did say that he liked Fantastic Four a little more. But again, he still really liked the new Superman. And my take is, I think I equally love them, because I think they are both such great adaptations of their respected characters, and they're both really good rebrands of, again, the genre of superheroes. That, again, we talked about this before, but I just find it really hard to compare these two films, because they're similar in a lot of ways, and again, I think they both represent what's going on. So that's why certain people feel a little deeply more than one or the other. Where again, I cried during this movie because I really cared about this family, and I was very sad in the very tense moments. While even though there was emotional driven scenes in Superman, I'm not going to deny that, I did not get that same feeling, nor did I shed a tear during my first viewing of Superman. But I think that's because I was so much more hopeful for that movie. So I think it's because at the time I was watching it, I was just full of happiness that even the sad stuff didn't get to me, because I was just full of hope watching it. While with Fantastic Four, it was just, I really loved how tense the situation that they were in. Like, I love watching them figuring out how to defeat Galactus, because Galactus can't be defeated. And my biggest problem with this movie before seeing it is that I thought I knew how it was going to end, where Galactus wins, the planet is destroyed, and they have to flee to the other Earth. But again, I was pleasantly surprised that they just push him to the edge of the universe, and that when you know who shows up, that is a better setup for why they leave their Earth to go to the other Earth to connect to the Thunderbolts end credit scene.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, when I'm saying what I'm saying about Galactus, that's the most nitpicky I could be about this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's like besides that, I think everything in this movie is awesome. And even that stuff I can look past. It's a comic book movie. You know what I mean? Like, that's me being critical. If I were to be critical about anything, I feel,
my nitpicky thing that I have is that it's only for certain shots. When I was watching it, I think Joseph Quinn was pretty good as Human Torch. I do think Chris Evans slightly had a better kind of charisma, but Joseph Quinn was still good. But my nitpicky is that when he is actually, flame on, when he's in certain shots, I feel like he looks a little odd when the flames are around him, especially his eyes. I don't know, it looked a little wonky to me. But But I also understand like this movie had to put they had to put a lot of work into special effects, especially since these characters, their powers are more unique to the typical kind of power blasting powers we see with like Avengers, for example.
Right.
So there's more effort to like Reed stretching and Sue turning invisible, and then the Thing being the Thing 24/7. So I cut some slack for some of the special effects, specifically on the Human Torch. But everything else, I really love the futuristic '60s look. That really got me.
Same.
I really love that stuff. I said I would want to live in this world.
I guess you could say, like, you know, some people have complained like the Thing's underused, or like Reed Richards could have used his powers more. You know, like we could have seen stretchy Reed Richards a little bit more. Like you really didn't get that much of that.
Yeah, I was thinking about that while I was watching the movie, where I'm like, wow, he's not really stretching that much. But
Yeah.
you have to remember, like, I feel like even though in the comics and cartoon he stretches just for the sake of stretching, like you see that a lot. But I think that's just because, again, it's a comic book and a cartoon; they exaggerate a lot. Well, if you're thinking of these more superheroes slightly more realistic, I think Reed, he doesn't stretch unless he absolutely has to.
Right. Which
And
I think that fits the vibe of the movie completely, being in this whole '60s era, like we're the only heroes. The fact that they have the cartoon of themselves in this universe, like to
I
depict
really
them.
like that.
Right, and it depicts them in that way that is over the top cartoonish that you would think of them as, but this is our grounded, like more realistic take, like the
Mhm.
MCU does on characters. So I think it fits perfectly that they
Yeah.
don't actually use their powers as much as they do. And I think it'll be cool to see when they get intermingled into the actual universe that they probably will become more zany, I would imagine.
Oh yeah, especially in this case of their big foe was Galactus. I not only did they just have to conserve the light source, everything around the world, the electricity around the world, but they also had to like keep their energy up. So again, yeah, it just made more sense that they didn't use their powers that much.
Right.
But definitely when it's time for like the big battle, we'll probably get to see a lot more. So they're just saving up.
Yeah, I
It
think
was
that
cool to
makes sense as well.
see Reed get stretched out by Galactus. It was like, oh, here we go, we're finally getting like Reed using his stretch powers, and like, you know, you think
Yeah,
is
no, I
anything
really
gonna
liked how.
happen from this? That would have been kind of cool too.
Hmm. I understand the whole like Sue pushing him, using all her might to do it, but I really did love how like when they finally teamed up to try to fight him, and like they're Reed's stretching and he's stabbing him and spinning his like back. I don't know what they're called, but like when that lava poured out, like the back spirals that he has on his suit,
Yeah, right.
and then Human Torch and the Thing flying together, like. I thought
It's great.
again, just well done. I just think it was a very well done movie. And again, I feel the same about Superman. Again, I just think these two movies are just great superhero films in general, and I feel like they're really hard to compare. And if you were to be very critical, again, it would just be very nitpicky stuff that
Sure.
you can just look over. So
Right.
that's my take.
Another thing I love about Fantastic Four is just like, you know, you have this sense of family when it comes to the Fantastic Four, which they did a good job with doing, you know, not only just with Sue at the end of the movie, but it really feels like, you know, Johnny and Ben are like actually like it's a real family unit, and they care about this baby. They did the kind of like three dads and a baby thing a little bit,
Yeah, I
I
love
think.
the car seat. I thought that was very cute.
Right, you know, and like, but what I really like is that they take that energy of the movie and they bring that even further to the entire planet, where they're honest with them about Franklin and how Galactus wants him, which I was surprised by in the first place, that they even told the whole planet that. You know what I mean? And then they're dealing with the backlash of everyone hating them for it. And I just love the way that like Sue goes out with Franklin and introduces him and creates like, you know, this, like, would you really sacrifice your baby for the war? You know what I mean? Like, and it just creates this like a sense of family within the entire planet, of like the hopefulness that we knew we were going to get going into Superman. I shocked at how much more I felt it going into Fantastic Four. You know
Oh
what
yeah,
I mean? Like,
yeah.
not to say that, Superman doesn't provide those feelings, because it totally does. There are scenes
Mhm.
in that movie that very much do that. But I just think the scenes that do that in Fantastic Four do it to a much more extreme degree. You know,
I just
um,
think again with Fantastic Four being about family, I think them them being very straightforward about what went down when they first tried to negotiate with Galactus, rather than trying to act like everything is fine. It's really to show that they trust the people to trust them, and so they let everything out, even if it might be something negative. So I really liked how, because it could have gotten really messy if they wrote it in the wrong way, but the way that they did it was so good. Where, like, Sue does her speech, and then they realize that, yeah, we really do have to work together like a family to fix this problem, or else
right.
it's not going to be fixed.
And
And
I kind of think, like, for me, the reason why the feeling of hope really shines through in FF more than Superman is because of just the scale of the whole planet has to realize this is the end of us.
mhm.
You know what I mean?
No, I
Like,
also
not
got the same feeling too, where, like, I really loved how tense the situation
right.
was.
Like, Superman isn't to that degree where it's the end of the planet. It's the end of the earth. It's just another fight with Lex. And while, like, there's country affairs and everything else going on, like, that does have tension. I'm not saying that doesn't have tension. I'm just saying it doesn't hold the same tension as, like, okay, guys, the entire world, we're all gonna die right now. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like, so yeah, and I just didn't expect, like, I feel like a lot of people went into Fantastic Four without high hopes, you
Mhm.
know, and just having that be like boom, like, and really kind of surprise you. I think, kind of like you were saying, like, you went into Superman with all these good feelings, like nobody really necessarily did that with Fantastic Four. So,
Yeah, so
you know.
it gives you a different kind of shock. Yeah.
Right. I think everybody's kind of at a point in the MCU where it's like, all right, let's see how this goes.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, it was nice to get a really good movie out of it and be surprised.
Mhm.
Yeah, I can talk
Yeah.
Fantastic Four. I was a fan. I really was. But
Definitely.
they're on par for me too. I honestly think they're both like 8 out of 10s. I think Superman is the better superhero movie. I think Fantastic Four is the better, just like classic movie. Like, you watched it with your dad liked it more. That makes total sense to me. Like, you can show Fantastic Four to your parents and they're gonna enjoy it. You can show it to pretty much anyone enjoy it. And I can't say that about Superman. You know what I mean? Like, as much as I would like to say that, my mom will not watch Superman. You know what I mean? Like, because it's too for her. You know
I
what I
was also
mean?
my dad and I, when we finished Fantastic Four, we also thought, like, my mom's also not that big into superheroes. She likes some projects, like she liked watching the Hawkeye Disney Plus shows and other stuff too.
Sure.
But yeah, again, not. I mean, she would like Superman, but it's not something she would kind of be like a super fan of.
Right.
But we both kind of agreed that she would really like Fantastic Four.
Right.
Okay, so we
Yeah.
are gonna. So not to cut you guys off, but we are gonna wrap the strings. We're heading into the two. We are heading into the 2 hour mark. If you guys have any last thoughts on the podcast, get them in now. Otherwise, you can catch us on Rivals if you guys want to. Because I'd like to have more conversations with you guys on that too. Because I really like how everything's worked out.
Should I just, since I joined late, did you guys do your MCU rankings? Should
Oh,
I
we'll
just
just save that for the next episode. We'll save it for the next one.
Okay. Okay.
We went with a different plan. We just kind
Okay.
of worked out because we got Spike, and Spike kind of made it. Yeah, he's here. Made it all work out.
Okay, so the next episode we'll share our little list.
Yeah, that will give us more time to formulate because I didn't finish all my lists. So
Okay.
that will give me time because I'm going to work on this week getting my ranking out for all those MCU movies. So that will help really cement my top 5, I think.
Okay. Okay, that was my only question then.
No worries.
You don't
Well,
have
that's
any
one-
questions? Hold on. Anybody got any other questions about any of these things happening? Because we kind of sidetracked. Because we're
Yes.
yeah.
So sorry, I joined in late.
No, you're fine. That's
okay.
why I let you talk. I let you. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Well, you got
That's
any last juicy bits for us, Spike, about the MCU? Maybe like some Fantastic Four news about it? I don't know.
Well, I mean, if you go watch my video I posted about the power cosmic, that'll answer a couple things.
Right.
So
Yeah, and
go
like
check.
the opposite of cosmic.
Yeah,
Yeah, the cosmic
that
opposite
that
of
thing that
Galactus.
thing that yeah, there's that. And if you want, I got a couple of videos that because I did a deep dive because that's what I do when these things come out. I do like a deep dive on like the history of the MCU, and I kind of go like jump around in the timeline, and I see like the comic books because you can kind of see where they get these things from. You really
Right.
can.
Oh yeah,
So
100%. Are you
so
big
when
on
you
Comics Explained on YouTube?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
comics
Oh
explained
yeah,
and all
Underground.
that stuff.
We'll finish the final 2 episodes of Peacemaker after I play Rivals with Luke and stuff. So no worries.
Yeah, but yeah, no. I mean, all I can say is it's really, really interesting that they filmed and finished the Punisher special right as Spider-Man Brand New Day is like filming, and they just had that car chase scene and everything.
I think they
That's
planned it. I think they planned it that way.
Yeah, I think
it's
they're
it's
making smart moves right now, doing this whole
because that
street
means,
level.
bro, that means that the okay, because the Punisher special I think is going to come out before Spider-Man, right? If I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
yeah.
Okay, so there's your post-credit scene. Like like whatever Frank is gonna do, that's gonna probably get his new suit because we just seen his suit. You know what I mean? He's probably
Right.
gonna get one that's better than that. That's where your post credit scene's probably gonna be. I bet my money on it.
We'll also remember that the thing I was telling people earlier that you got to remember, Spike, is
Yeah.
that if I remember in order wise right now, we got this year. We're gonna get that Punisher special first, and then we're gonna get Born Again season 2, and then we're gonna get
Yeah.
Spider Man. So
Yeah, but
True.
if you
hold on,
really
hold on, but they're not. Hold on, because John Berthol's the Punisher. He's not in season 2 of Born Again, as far as I know.
I heard he was. Is he not in it?
I heard that he wasn't because of the filming and everything like that. Because like it's like well, they started like the pre-production or something. Like they were already done with Born Again season 2, and he wasn't even like anywhere to be seen. Like
I
there was
think
no mention of him, as far as I know. I
I
could be
think
wrong.
if he's not going to be in season 2, I think that makes sense, despite of how season 1 end credit scene ended with him, escaping. Especially since Spider-Man Brand New Day is coming out before season 2, correct?
No,
Yep.
season 2 comes out first.
Season 2 comes out before Brand New Day.
Yes.
Yep.
Season 2. Yeah.
Okay,
Punisher specials.
I think
Yeah.
either way of which one comes out, I think will make sense of like his absence during season 2 of Daredevil is simply because whatever he's doing in Spider-Man.
Well, we also have
Right.
Jessica Jones in Daredevil, so let's let that play. Let's let the pieces fall where they may on that, right?
Right.
Can't
I
be
will
upset.
say I'm gonna be really disappointed though if we don't get like Kingpin in this. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like I really
In
want
what? In
Punisher
what?
and Spider-Man and Daredevil to all team up and do a little Kingpin
Yeah.
something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And in
but
this Spider-Man movie, honestly, I hope it happens in that.
I hope so
But
too, man.
yeah,
I really do.
we'll see what happens though.
Hopefully, it's like a No Way Home situation. That's what I hope it is.
Yeah, but with 3 different people from 3 different parts of Marvel, right?
I mean,
Essentially.
yeah, but also we have a weird situation where it's like the Void's not going to be referenced. We have Mayor Fisk's like freaking thing, and then we have the things that happen with the Void. So like that means Born Again season 2 would have to be, unless they do a time jump, it would have to be like a little bit after season 1, and then the events of Thunderbolts happen.
How much
That's
did the Void really affect though?
he bro, it was like all of Manhattan, like the whole island, dude.
Right?
There's
but do they
no
come back
like oh yeah, like they weren't dead. They were just trapped in their own like
in the
dimension
Void
of
essentially?
Okay,
Yeah,
I
in their void.
just researched it. I just found out Punisher is
What?
in Born Again season 2. They just didn't
Okay.
show it on the set because probably there's some things they're trying to hide. Because
Well, then they probably. Go ahead, Joe. Sorry.
it said Punisher season. So it says Daredevil Born Again season 2 expected to be released in 2026 alongside a Punisher special presentation. The Punisher, played by John Bernthal, confirmed to return in the second season of Born Again. His appearance in the second
Okay.
season will follow the release of the standalone Punisher special. So
Makes me
That's what we
think
know.
we're really not getting Kingpin in a movie, which I could be okay with. It'll still be a thing in Daredevil. You know what I mean? Like that's my. And I bet maybe you'll get him a little bit in the movie. Maybe you'll get like the what's going on in New York because of Mayor Fisk.
The
Yeah,
references. You'll get the references. That's
Right,
what it
exactly.
is.
name mention. I think it honestly, as much as it would have been cool to see Fisk in Spider-Man Brand New Day, I do think it's the best move not to have him there because I feel like it might be too much, and also like, he might get like a little. I don't want him to get oversaturated, if that makes sense.
No. Forget the oversaturation. Who the hell is the villains besides Scorpion in Spider-Man 4? Okay.
Okay, so
Well,
it's
they-
Tombstone.
I mean,
it's,
they could
it's
pull
Tombstone.
anybody.
Well, no.
It's
Oh,
Tomb-
yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Tombstone, Silver Samurai, Viper.
Okay, those are confirmed. Okay, so those weren't in the other reports. Okay.
Silver
Sa-
Samurai? Really?
Silver Samurai and Viper are in talks, but I'm pretty sure Tombstone is confirmed. I'm pretty sure I've seen
Tombstone's
something about
confirmed.
that.
Scorpion's
Silver
return.
Samurai would be a sick 80s pull,
Um,
dude.
And then who else? Hold on. There was somebody else. Oh shit, this is gonna trip me out. I don't know. There's another character that's confirmed that I remember reading about.
Huh.
Fucking Black Tarantula. Yeah, Black Tarantula. As far as I
I
know.
don't even know that character.
Wait,
Yeah,
is
he's
it
a-
Black Tarantula or is it just Tarantula? Because there's two different versions.
I'm pretty sure it's
Because Black Tarantula is the Spider-Man where when he gets bit by the radioactive spider, he kind of actually turns into a spider, while Tarantula is just the kind of like wannabe.
he travels through shadows, but pretty much
Okay.
like that's pretty much what he does. Like you got to
Okay.
think if we're getting this. Okay, first of all, this is what Marvel probably did, right? They sat down and they were like, okay, we need a new title, Brand New Day, cool. So let's take the comic adaptation. Let's pick up from like what happened where the public still hates Peter Parker, and it makes sense because of Kingpin's thing. Okay, dope. And then what we do is we take that. What's the series that everyone loves and knows for Spider-Man? Oh, Spider-Man, the old school '90s comic. Let's bring that back. And they recently said that they're watching Spider-Man Brand New Day is going to be like straight out of like the same thing Fantastic Four did, but Spider-Man.
Or the
That-
same thing Superman did, you mean? Really?
No, because the
Because
Fantastic Four had
Superman's
that.
like, they were saying, like, James Gunn, it's so much like like it's out of the animated Superman series. You know what I mean? That's what everybody was saying.
No, because I remember watching the Fantastic Four cartoon as a kid. Like, you know what I mean? And like, and when I was watching that, I was like, yo, this is like watching a Saturday morning episode. Like, I could feel that movie.
Your friend had a question for us. He said,
What?
do you think the leader, when he spoke to Sam about the others in Brave New World, do you think he was talking about Hulk variants?
Oh, that is a good thing. No, I think that when Doctor Doom comes to the 616 universe, he's going to talk to and confirm that he was talking to the leader. That's what I think.
Huh.
But that's me. I think that Doctor Doom
I still haven't
somehow
watched that.
What, Brave New World?
Yeah.
Yeah, me neither.
Watch the last 20 minutes and you'll be fine. Like
It's
what you
on
want
Disney- it's on Disney Plus.
yeah, it's on Disney
I
Plus.
watched it.
I've tried to start it.
Okay, so listen, I'll tell you what you need to know. Adamantium, Japan War, that's going to lead to like a lot of things. And then also we have like they're playing off of the Hulk, y'all know that. And then
Hold
after
on.
that,
Spike, I have to bring this up to you. What the fuck is Marvel doing with Bucky right now?
with like Bucky Barnes,
Yeah, dude.
I
Like,
mean, he's like as far as his character,
yeah, like why is he's a senator right now, right?
no, he's not. He's not a
What-
senator anymore.
And not anymore. He is in Thunderbolts though, right?
Yeah, he's a Thunderbolt. No, he's a senator, and then I'm pretty sure he like loses his job or something like that. Like he was a senator, but then now he's an Avenger. Like that's just how that works. He's just an Avenger.
Like at the
That's
end
it.
of Thunderbolts.
Yeah, at the
Yes.
end of Thunderbolts, he kind of he joins the team.
He's officially a new Avenger, and they're in the
Yeah,
year
I mean, it's
2028.
like the whole time, so it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, they're in the you got to remember that this. Okay, so Thunderbolts occurs like in December or something like that. Apparently, it happens in December. Don't ask me how, whatever, but it happens in December or something during like the ending of the movie. So it happens in 2027, and then it jumps to like December of 2028. That's when Doomsday apparently happens. So yeah,
Huh. Well, why did they even do that though?
we don't know because okay, well, I mean, I have an idea, but I can't sit here and just like blurt it out. Like I have an idea. I'll tell you that I have an idea.
Well,
I
if
can't-
we
it's
can
just
talk
an
about it
idea.
again next episode. We can talk about it next episode.
No, there will be no talking about it, but I will be posting things about it.
Oh, okay.
It's
I
that
understand.
serious. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, McKenna.
Okay.
Links in my bio. No OnlyFans, everyone. I'm dead serious. That's okay though. Yeah.
My OnlyFans is just a room full of fans.
Oh, but you're only supposed to
Okay,
have
that's
one.
interesting. I just read something
What?
really, really interesting. That's
His
really
room
interesting.
full of fans? You read into that? How did you do that in like 30 seconds?
That's
You gotta
crazy.
cool off.
Joey, I'm confused. And not about
Are
my
you-
gender.
How are you confused? What happened?
What
just
were you talking
you-
about?
You do videos
Oh.
of fans, bro. That's
I
all.
was reading something and it caught my eye because it explained a question I had after they debunked the Mr. Negative thing.
What?
So I just read new gamma-powered weapons are being pushed onto the streets. Peter goes to Bruce for his expertise, and somehow Bruce is overdosed with gamma, bringing back Savage Hulk. Maybe Scorpion's suit is powered by gamma, and he gets his sting. Which I like that.
Yeah, we
That-
need old Hulk back. We need old Hulk back so bad.
I saw an interesting take of like, well, it's nothing crazy, but like I like the idea of like how because nobody remembers Peter Parker because of Doctor Strange's spell, that maybe like before I think what we'll see of Hulk, it will be Smart Hulk first, and then again with what Joey just said, we'll get regular Hulk through that process
Your lights
where
on?
he's more angry, and we'll meet Smart Hulk or Bruce Banner just like as Peter Parker's college professor. Maybe that's how they'll connect.
Oh, like replacing the lizard per se.
Yeah.
That would be smart. That's really, really smart.
Yeah,
That
this
is good.
report says that he'll kind of
Who's that
the
from?
way that-
Who are you reading it?
it was
it wasn't.
Yeah, it happened like right
Hold on,
after
hold
I
on. No,
said
no, no, McKenna. Hold on, Joey. Who are you
sorry.
reading that for? No, you're good. You're good. Who are you
I
reading
was
that
reading
from? Who's
from
the source?
someone. I was reading from someone called Daily Spider-Man, and then they were reading it from other sources. Like they linked several.
They got it from a Reddit source. That's where that comes from. That
Yeah.
comes from a Reddit source.
Yeah.
That's probably the same Reddit, and that's the page I'm part of. Bro, I am everywhere. You have no idea. That Reddit page is the same one that said Amadeus Cho would show up in Captain America: Brave New World. By the way, so but there are. Take care, guys. I'm gonna guys. I'm going. Great podcast. Yeah. See you later, Rich Roulette.
Yeah, take care,
Stay
man.
safe. Yeah, I mean,
take it easy, man.
I'll just close it out with this. I think that might be true because the Universal vans were on the set of Spider-Man Brand New Day. And I'm pretty sure like one of them was the one that like flipped up. You know what I mean? So yeah, that probably makes sense.
Well, I like
I'm gonna
this
do
too. They
suicides.
also said this that's interesting. It said
What?
I think Scorpion is the main Spider-Man villain, but of the film, not including Spider-Man, but of the characters, the film main antagonist will be Punisher. Frank Castle is going to wage war on all criminals in New York City, including Peter's Rogue Gallery. Peter is going to be forced to help the villains he has been fighting as he tries to stop Frank. And
That could be cool.
And the set videos kind of indicate that, because I heard that Peter was trying to stop Frank from chasing Scorpion. So
That would be cool. I would like that a lot, actually.
I like that. I actually like that they're not doing the typical, oh, look, we're getting all these characters in this movie. They're not doing the typical, oh, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. They have to team up. I kind of
Right.
like that. It's like, oh,
No, that's
Punisher's
like, yeah.
causing havoc in,
It's not a
in
team
New
up.
York.
It's the opposite of a team up, and now we have to save the villains. Like that's so Spider-Man too. At the same
Yeah.
time.
Spider-Man 6. Hold on a second. I'm clicking the dots in my head. Spider-Man 6 is gonna be a Sinister Six movie, bro. Fuck
Probably.
Spider-Man 5.
That would be amazing.
Spider-Man's the Sinister Spider-Man. It's like the Sinister Six.
The
like, can't you
Sinister
see
Six.
that?
That would be
Spider-Man,
amazing.
the
Yeah.
Sinister Six. Like
Right.
Spider-Man 6
Great
is the
title.
Sinister Six.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we're starting
I
to
think
put
that-
together all the members, so it would make sense.
Well, no, because if Scorpion's coming back, Michael Keaton's Vulture. You know, I don't know why that wouldn't work.
Yeah, no, that would be fine. And then you
'Cause what
introduce villains in the next two movies. There you go. You could bring Doc Ock back. There you go. I mean, if you wanted
because
to.
check this out. How crazy would this be? Because if Venom got transported back to his universe after the Last Dance, all you got to do is just have a portal open, and then you can play off when he was in jail, and you're like, "Hey, I know the secret identity of Spider-Man." Remember that? Everybody forgot who Peter Parker is, but this dude wasn't affected. Michael Keaton's Vulture was not affected because he wasn't even in the MCU when that spell went off.
What do you
Like,
mean,
imagine
though?
that. The spell makes everyone that's inside of
But
that
how is he
one's
not inside the MCU?
because he was in the Morbius post credit scene, and then yeah.
But he still
That's
was
a
in the
stretch.
Morbius. Yeah, because
Why? Venom: The Last Dance did it,
Hold on,
and they did it
because-
backwards too.
But I just feel like to say Vulture because he was in Homecoming, right? He
Yeah.
was in Homecoming before he was ever in that post credit scene for Morbius. So
Yeah.
I personally just consider that he's in the MCU because he got in
Okay.
there first. I understand where
Right.
you're coming from, where like again they kind of the problem with Marvel and Sony is that they're always bickering about they're going through a divorce custody with Spider-Man characters right now, so it's complicated.
Yeah,
Right.
you're right.
And I mean,
you're right,
if
you're
you
right,
were
you're
to
right.
argue the canon, do you really think that they're going to be like, oh yeah, Vulture moved over to the other universe with the Sony characters and not like, you know what I mean? I feel like that's just Sony attempting to
And the
connect them
universe
more
is
than anything.
dead. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
man.
universe is
You
dead.
know?
That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Oh well, I was going off on a tangent. That was a theory.
no, you're
No, there's no, there's
that's the
nothing
fun
wrong.
of comics, man. That's the fun
Yeah.
of the whole thing, you know.
You
Like,
gotta enjoy it when it lasts, man, for sure.
It's like cocaine. I've never done cocaine, but it's like cocaine. That's what I hear. Does cocaine smell good?
I don't think it has.
I don't know. Take a whiff.
Yeah.
I don't have cocaine. I have baking soda, but that's not the same thing. I promise.
What's that little white bottle next to you? I can't see it too well.
There's a bottle.
Yeah, the
Where-
sensu beans.
The sensu beans are green. Are you colorblind?
I can't. Like I said, I can't see well. He's got a
Oh.
little screen here on the. All right.
You're gonna make him
Really?
think things that aren't there.
Is that how you feel? You think this is a game?
He's like, you
Sorry,
think
my
this
breath.
is a game?
Come here. They want to use. Oh my God! You're so lucky I'm on camera. I would abuse you right now. Don't grab this.
Dang!
No, my
That's
dog.
savage.
She bites little things. You need to understand. She's like 9 months old. If she keeps eating this stuff, it's gonna get backed up, and then I'm gonna have to deal with another doggy going to heaven. And I don't
Oh.
want to go through that again. To be
No.
honest with you, you know. So I have to scream at her, and I have to patronize her and traumatize her so that she stays alive. Okay.
Yeah.
It's
Tough
not
love.
abuse. No, it's not even tough love. It's
It's called
parenting.
parenthood.
There you go. There you go. It's like when my mom would tell me when I was a kid, this is gonna hurt me more than it's gonna hurt you, but I felt everything, okay? Yeah, for real. And then it's like when you're playing a game with your friend, and like let's just say it's a fighting game like Tekken or whatever your choice in fighting games is, and you're getting your ass whooped and it's happened like for the 30th time, right? And then the dude stares at you and he's like, "Bro, did you see what I just did, bro?" Yeah,
That's
I was
crazy.
there. I was on the other side of that ass whooping. Message received. I didn't even have to wait for Amazon to deliver the package because you just came through the door like the Kool-Aid man and fucked me up. Like, what is going on? Jesus.
That's insane.
But yeah. So that's why I have
That's
to
so funny.
traumatize my dog. I just want everyone to understand that so I don't get banned for that.
Yeah, don't want PPS called on you. Puppy
Yeah.
Protective Services. That's what I always say to my sister and her dogs.
If you take away the S, that's something different. So yeah.
Yeah.
If they ever show up to my house, I wouldn't take them seriously. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I'd
Well,
take them to the bathroom. What?
Well, I know that I joined late, but I'm glad that we got to talk to you a little bit. I don't want to push this podcast any longer than it needs
Yeah,
to
we
be.
don't
I
want
know
it to
that
go
we're on a
crazy.
time limit.
Oh, yeah.
Will the next podcast be on another Tuesday, or what's the schedule? Is it
Yeah,
Tuesday?
every Tuesday. Every Tuesday.
Okay.
Oh, great.
We'll keep
Yep.
the
Oh, this
same
is like a
schedule.
marriage.
All right. Well, it was nice talking to everyone this time.
Did you say it was like a marriage?
Yeah, gotta let my know. Gotta let my know. Listen to me go. No, gotta let my wife know that there's another person in the relationship. She's gonna be like, who? I'm gonna be like the Legion of Creators every Tuesday.
Yeah. So how many of us are all getting on Rivals right now?
I'll get on Rivals in a minute.
I'll
Okay.
hop on.
All right. sounds
I'm
good.
gonna be doing my own thing. I gotta do some Marvel research and do some posts.
Go do your
Sorry.
thing, man. I'm
How
gonna be
pumped are you
cooking
to-
too, but I'm gonna play first.
Do you play Rival Spike?
I play a little bit of everything. My cup of tea is fighting games, so if anybody wants to, catch that ass whooping, I have it on pre-order in the back. It's buy one get one free. And McKenna, you can go too because it's gender neutral, and I do identify as a threat, so do not be confused. My pronouns are they them. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Damn.
But yeah, and I play Frozen Freefall. I'm pretty good at Candy Crush. Catch me. But
Okay.
I was
Isn't
not
there
aware
a
of your
Marvel
game.
fighting game coming out too? I thought I
Yeah,
saw?
and you best believe because I am a savage, or I was before at Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Give me like 10, 20 minutes, let me play it, and then yeah, we can talk. That and Street Fighter. But yeah, Marvel Token Soul Fighters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I,
that one's gonna be dope.
is there a trailer or anything yet?
Yeah, there's a trailer. I posted some videos when it came out. You can go online and just look it up on YouTube. It's a pretty dope
Right.
game.
Yeah. No, I gotta check
Pretty
that
dope.
out.
And then there's a
Alright,
2D Marvel fighting game coming out, but that's a whole
The
other
cosmic one.
That's gonna be
Yeah.
great.
thing. Yeah,
And then
I'm
there's an
excited for that.
Invincible one too coming out. I saw.
I'm
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
It looks like Killer Instinct.
Oh.
Yeah. Go look at Killer Instinct and then go watch a trailer of that, and you'll be like, oh, okay, I'm bored.
Yeah. I've never been about that.
Yeah. So.
All right.
But,
I
all right.
guess that's it. Well,
Yeah.
thanks,
Well,
guys.
talk
We'll
to-
see you
talk
next.
to you guys next time. Yeah.
Yep. And I'll see
Sure.
some of you guys on Rivals.
Mhm.
Yep.
All right.
All right,
bye.
guys.
Legion
Absolute
out.
cinema. See. Bye,
Absolutely.
guys.
There you go. That's a good ending. I like that.
Cinema.
Yay.
Okay.